fucking wearing a hat.
He's freaking.
What's the deal? What's the angle on
My
this?
my head was a bit chilly.
I wrapped it.
Do you have hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
We
some hair.
were all talking about our hair.
Yeah, I don't wanna be the
We're doing
only
a sound test.
Sound test.
Oh shit! I gotta do a sound test.
My head. Oh damn. Hello. Is
It
this
was
thing
like
on?
it was like fucking Smurf Town up here.
Smurf Town.
College kid. There we go. Maybe that's the ideal look.
Uncle spooned me.
Ooh. Oh. Just
Brandon.
vibrate.
Brandon's sabotaging the podcast.
Hello, hello, hello.
Brandon, go do not disturb so it doesn't do that again. For your
Should
phone.
I turn my sound off too?
Audio
Oh, no,
check.
it's more
audio
about
check.
like if it vibrates on the
Booming is
table, it's
about
gonna fuck with the mic.
booming. It's
Hello.
about booning.
It's about sounding.
Boom.
Oh, sounding. I've heard.
Yeah, it sounds like
Things.
do not
I've heard
disturb
things
there.
about that.
He's booming.
We've been learning a lot of colloquialism on this podcast.
He's
We have
booming.
fun. Brandon.
Just can't win.
Get
over
together,
there, man.
Brandon.
Boon.
Me.
Thank you. I didn't get it. They're booning me.
They're saying boon earns.
Brandon, where are you going?
Look for something to prop it up on the other end.
All right, that's pretty good.
Just pull the tequila butter closer.
How have you been, Robert?
I've been good, man. I actually was
Good.
just telling these guys I got laid off of work about a month ago, so I've been kind
Oh,
of.
sorry. to hear
I was-
that.
No, it's
a
seasonal.
yeah.
gig, so
You didn't get
it
fired or
usually
anything.
happens this way.
Fighting them fires again?
Yeah.
That's
I
sick.
actually just finished up a task book that I've been working on for the last couple years, so that I can get a
Nice.
permanent position. So making
Congrats.
some gains in the career
That's
field.
amazing.
So yeah, thanks, bro.
I love it.
Gains.
If
we
only,
start
if
already?
only any of us could say the same.
All right. Sound test, sound test, sound test, sound test, sound test, sound test.
Sound test, sound test, sound test, sound test.
Michael.
Mike Will made it.
Mike Will made it. Easy taught me. Michael check.
You need to be louder.
Michael check. Ah.
Metro booming on the beat.
One of my favorite memes on Twitter is doing the Kendrick Lamar scream. Ah!
Hold on, got 2 more practice.
Ah! That's the mic check is just where we have Lukas eat into the microphone.
Seth, you
is
need to
this
be
picking
louder.
up?
You'll need to lean in a little bit.
I'm already fucking hunched.
It's okay, me too.
Hello?
You're like this. You hit this up like this.
Hello?
That's
that work?
good.
Is that working better? Yeah, it's working better.
Hello. It's
Is it me?
Yeah,
you're looking
yeah.
for?
That.
All
Is
right,
it
1,
boon
2,
me you're
3,
looking
play.
for?
Me.
That's good. Oh, look at Brandon's text I can look
Wait,
at.
what beer do you need?
I'll take a dead guy. I guess no. I'll take one of the others. They go down.
Good choice
I'm
for
not
this movie.
I'm not a huge
Dead guy.
Huckleberry
Ale.
fan,
That's what
but
it's
I
called.
figure if we drink them first, they'll go down
So
easier.
silly.
How do you guys want to start this podcast? This
With
little
a
excursion we
bang.
got going on here. Yeah, good idea. Let's start in a good way, maybe,
I'm working on
As
wigging
opposed
time.
Turn
to a
off the
bad
closed
way.
captioning.
as opposed to our normal.
How did this happen? I didn't even turn that on. That's so funny. I don't know why I want to.
I just love how in pictures and stuff you can't see my eyebrows.
Oh, yeah, they don't show it
Yeah.
at all. Me neither. I got blonde ones.
same.
I got some good old eyebrow.
Yeah,
shit
yours
going
are
on
nice
here.
and bushy and
All right,
brown.
1, 2, 3.
No, don't start it.
How are we starting this?
We could just have a family of Boonmees, and I'm the baby Boonmee. I'm the auntie Boonmee. I'm Uncle Boonmee. So
That's
like a
good,
Brady
yeah.
Bunch.
That is pretty good.
Brandon's the mom, Boonmee.
There was Boonmee. He was a dad, and then he met Boonmee.
Whatever happened to the possibility?
Possible Boonmee.
Whatever
Okay.
happened to
Paperboy.
predictability?
People and Boonmee.
Boon me.
That's what it was, predictability.
Yeah.
No. Susceptibility.
Whatever happened to susceptibility? Infections and sepsis. Dying in the street.
And
In a
kidney
cave.
failure.
Yeah. Dying in a
I
cave.
don't know. I think we should can this bit.
Yeah, okay.
How about, I don't know, a job interview?
Ooh.
I like that.
We always interview for jobs.
I'm Boonmee too. Hashtag Boonmee too.
Boon me.
Hit that X in the top right.
You mean like this?
No. There you go.
Got him.
How about Boon me's recalling one of his past lives,
Yeah.
and it's something goofy.
Yes, and then I was a duck, and I was Hitler, and then I was just some Chinese guy.
How about we'll go like, and then that means it's a new person doing one of Boon me's past lives.
Okay. We each have a live.
Okay.
I'm Boon me. Here I am recalling.
Uh-oh, here I go recalling my lives again.
Mhm.
Whoa!
Yeah,
there
we
goes
just
Boon
all have
Me.
to.
All right, I'm in.
All just got to be on it for a live.
Let's do it. I'll lean back.
Uh,
All right, are we ready?
Wait, are we doing this?
We're doing this.
We're doing this.
Why is he
Wait.
typing?
I'm typing out
Are we doing
lesson
this
plans.
shit? He's trying to type a novel out.
You got lesson plans?
Yeah, but I'm gonna type it in before I forget.
Don't have the chat open.
I thought he would be sending us something. For him.
Oh, maybe he is.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna find some nudes.
Let's do it.
That guy's awesome. All right. Ready. 3, 2,
No, don't do that way.
1, 2, 3, play.
Hey there, guys. It's me, Uncle Boonmee here. And before we get off onto this wild and crazy journey, I'd like to take a little time to reflect, to recall, if you will. So let me tell.
Oh no, I'm a dinosaur now. How did this happen? I'm like a silly little guy. My arms are tiny. And oh no, what is that in the sky? It's a big dude.
What's up, everybody, guys? I'm Uncle Boonmee. This is 105.9 Sex FM. And here we are interviewing Jojo Siwa, the new president of the United States. And I'm thinking, hey, thanks, Jojo. I'm shouting you out right now, and I'm loving it. Oh my God, what's that in the sky? A big dude.
What's up, guys? I'm Uncle Boonmee. I'm Hitler's left-hand man. I am helped run the leader of the Third Reich. I am Hitler's best friend.
Boonmee, no.
Yeah,
Boonmee here. Hey, y'all. I'm living in Texas, 1965. Just a normal day here at this Dallas parade. I think the president's in town. Wonder what'll happen later. Oh well, here we go. Let me go take a seat on this grassy knoll.
watching you do that like frame by frame because your camera's not catching up. It's like amazing.
What's up, everybody, guys? This is a podcast.
Crazy ass lives.
Whoa!
Some
I got
lives we recall.
whiplash.
From all those lives, I was going too fast.
Yeah, no kidding.
And we watched Whiplash.
I don't know.
We should watch Whiplash.
That's a good
sometime.
movie.
It was a really good movie.
What you've seen?
Yes.
You
I
partake.
recommended that to a student this week.
They're not gonna
Nice.
watch that.
A child.
That movie fucks.
Oh, one of your
Ooh.
English students that you
One of
teach
them.
English to that
That's
currently speak English.
Oh,
That's correct. They do.
remembered.
he does. Home run.
Yeah, I remember.
He's
That's
recalling Lucas's
vaguely
current lives.
Nouns. My current lives on display.
That's brownie points. I remembered and took interest in them. The things you do.
Why are they called browning points?
Because you no.
You're eating shit.
Yes, that was a stupid question to me.
Sorry.
Why would I even ask that? It's obviously you num.
Dumbass.
If you don't know.
Movies.
Yeah,
We
well-
watched a movie.
I have questions about the movie.
I do
We
have
guess.
questions about the movie.
No, I have questions.
Oh, what are
I'm
your questions?
Lucas.
What movie was it?
What did we just watch?
Lucas. What was
Um,
that? I'm goofy today. I'm sorry. I didn't sleep very well, and I accidentally partied hard.
You partied hard last night?
It was a whoopsie.
Doing what?
Just went out with some coworkers. I was like, let's hang out. I haven't hung out with you guys. And they're like, okay. And then it was like 4 a.m. and I was like, you guys got to get out of my house. So he stayed on the couch.
So you didn't get out of your house.
I chilled. The girl got an Uber because there wasn't a second couch. And she was like, I'm not staying in this bachelor pad. You got to
You have a second bedroom.
And you
Yeah,
had
with
like
a
rose petals
floor.
on your bed, and you're like,
Yeah, I
oh,
did.
that's
I had
okay. You can
candles
leave.
And
Yeah.
she still left.
Yeah.
No
You
worries.
do have a broken papasan she could have slept in.
Yeah, but it's broken. It's
Like your heart.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
She could smell
After
the
last night.
desperation on me. She's like, I have to go.
But I do have questions for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, do you?
I do.
Do
Okay.
it.
First question. Do you like avant-garde films?
My favorite brand, in fact.
Why is that a gun? What is...
I was just hyping him up.
Oh, I was thinking gun.
He's avanting.
It's like a finger gun. Or you wouldn't get scared if I went A.
Oh, don't shoot me.
Got gangs here in Billings.
I like it
I
when
assume-
movies are avant-garde and not just the regular guard. I'll say that.
Okay.
What about Savant Guard?
Savant-garde, even more intriguing.
Okay. Second
You
question.
caught me avant garde.
Oh,
How could you? I'm flattered.
What
the
is
weird,
My next
the
question.
weird, no, the weird fencer goes avant-garde.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's not
That's
bad.
good.
And God.
He's the weird fencer.
Avant-garde.
He's not like the cool fencers
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
the weird one.
He's avant-garde.
Yeah.
My next question. Do you like ghost monkeys?
Love them.
Ghost
Love them.
monkeys.
Big fan. We all love him.
Hyped. Boon song.
Out of
I
nowhere.
got my first taste and new introduction to Ghost Monkeys today.
And I was not let down.
Yeah, neither.
I did not know I loved ghost monkeys. I fucking love
Filmmaking.
ghost monkeys.
This is new to me.
Whoa! Lucas took off his hat.
Oh, where'd all your hair go, buddy?
Tune into the YouTube video at 13:19 to see Lucas take off
Balls.
his hat. Oh. Last question for you
He
guys.
said he can't hear us.
It's a child's medium, but it looks cool. So
The
Put it on.
beanie?
yeah.
It does look cool.
My last question for you guys.
Shoot.
Do you remember that film from April of 2022 when we were going to have Devon on to really explore his knowledge of films?
No.
I
didn't
missed
think-
out.
I wasn't here for that.
Robert wasn't here for
I
that
wasn't
either.
here for that either.
I was here.
Well, if
I
Devin
recall.
wasn't there.
you like avant-garde, ghost monkeys, or remember the film from April of 2022 that we are going to try and introduce like
Maybe
surrealist
expand
films to
his-
Devon's.
Then you've come to the right place.
Check. This is the good, the bad, and the movies.
Movies. I'm
Movies.
Lucas.
He's Lucas.
I'm Brandon.
And
Seth.
not to mention,
A returning guest.
yes,
Joining
a
the
fan favorite.
joining the elite of returning guests, Marina, Alex, Kelly Carter, and you're a fifth-time returner.
Woo woo.
My
Yeah, it's
personal
me, guys.
favorite. Yes.
Robert, I'm back here on the podcast with my boys.
Literally back here.
Yep, back
on
here.
a chair away from the rest
Yep,
of us.
way back here. Leaning forward. It's cool though. We're making it work.
Did you ever sell your cars? I think is everyone's big question.
No, I didn't sell my car. I still have my car. I
No.
did get a new truck though.
I was gonna ask if
congratulations.
that was the truck you were trying to sell. I was like, that's too nice to sell.
No, I just got that one on Halloween actually this year.
It's a
Good
shot.
day.
Not too long ago. Yeah.
Good day.
Last Robert appearance was Even Dwarfs Started Small.
Yep.
A challenging film.
It was challenging, you know. I think we all kind of got into it though, and we dissected it pretty well.
Robert's like easiest film I've ever watched in
Yeah.
my life.
He only listened
All
to the first
German,
half
all
of it, so he
midget,
didn't know he
all
like
little
nailed the
people.
analysis.
That was I still contend to this day that was our best bit of film criticism we engaged.
It was incredibly insightful. I was
Nuanced
telling him, I was like,
and yeah.
he
Yeah, I
was
was
like, I
telling
listened to the
these
first
guys.
half, and I was like, I made a fool out of myself.
Yeah,
couldn't
I
listen
was
to the
like,
whole
I didn't
thing.
listen to the second half of the podcast because
Second-
I thought
It was like
made a fool
Siskel
of
and
myself.
Ebert cooking.
Jekyll and Hyde shit.
No,
we
not
gave you an
Jekyll and
equally
Hyde.
we gave you a much easier movie this time around.
Oh, this one was good. I really enjoyed this film. So
This is another wild film. So I had mentioned that we have done 6 foreign language films, which include
That's all.
Spirited Away. I counted The Gods Must Be Crazy as kind of a half and half. Even Dwarfs Started Small. We've done Martyrs. We've done A Brighter Summer Day, and now this. So
What
Robert
about
has been
The
on
Great Wall. Was that in English?
mostly.
Yeah. No,
When-
we're counting that.
when
We've
your
done
lead-
Chinese.
When your lead is Matt Damon.
yeah, right.
But he was like from
He's
Spain.
like,
or
no,
something.
this is in all Mandarin.
Some of it. That was a funny movie. They tried to
That was a
ask
good
permission to
movie.
film on the Great Wall.
Oh, really?
They're like, hey, China, can we
No,
film?
no, you can't.
That was
Such
a
a big
good
thing.
movie.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Better than I thought it'd be.
So this is our second one that Robert's joining us on, because why not? Why give him a softball
Yeah.
layup?
I don't want the Lion King.
No, dude, he wants Uncle Boonmee, who can recall his past lives.
That's
Uncle
a man.
Boonmee.
That's
The
a man who wants to
1960s.
grow. Who wants to
Yes,
challenge his
Growth.
boundaries.
I think I talked
and
about
extend
growth
them.
last
You
time.
probably
Yeah,
did.
I
Yeah.
think I did.
Expanding our knowledge.
Yes.
Growing mentally and
Yes.
sexually.
Yes.
Growing.
Yes.
Let's
And-
when it comes to
physically,
monkeys and fish.
Hey, you look like
whatnot.
you've lost some weight since last time. You look good, Robert.
Oh, do I? I
Yes.
was actually thinking. I was going to tell these guys that I need to get back in the gym. I was just telling you guys I
Oh.
got laid off about a month ago.
Mhm.
I'm sitting at about 215 right now. Usually I fluctuate like
It's healthy though.
highest like winter weights usually around 220, and then in the summer I get down to around 190. So
Oh,
right now I'm
nice.
getting to the point where it's like time to start getting back in the gym. You know.
I feel ya.
I do too. I need to put
Yeah, I
on
do
weight
too.
though. Let's get into the movie.
Movie.
Uncle
So it
Boonmee,
opens with
who can recall his past lives from 2010.
yeah,
Before we get into the movie, we're drinking beers.
that's right.
We're drinking beers.
There's a dead
And-
guy.
Knowing Robert's affinity
Proclivity.
for alcohol from
Yes,
last
my friend.
episode
Granted.
by drinking a bottle of tequila and his Coors Lights. I got 2 different 6-packs today. First off
Nice.
is Rogue's Dead Guy Ale, which Seth's drinking right now.
Yeah.
Read the can.
Gratefully dedicated to the rogue in each of us. Dead Guy Ale is a Maybach style ale with a robust malt profile and a
Maybach
spice
ale.
that is balanced by the liberal libs
What?
use of bittering hops.
Maybach ale.
6.5% alcohol.
Sure.
Maybach music.
Mhm.
Mike Will made it.
And then the other thing I've got is the Halo Huckleberry Hefeweizen from Lewis and Clark Brewing.
Did I,
It
A
is
Heffen. What are you doing?
5%
you've seen
alcohol.
if I can be faster than the frame rate. on
Huckleberry
Brandon's phone.
beer is a refreshing, unfiltered American style wheat ale. Is a handcrafted using malted wheat and Montana grown and welded barley.
Both beers linked thematically with death. It seems like.
Yeah, I kind of tried to fit that, you know.
Halo, both
Yeah, he did a good
linked with
job.
Beyonce.
Halo and the dead guy.
So this
The two
Huckleberry
sides of
Hefeweizen
Boone and me. Yeah.
is actually just miner's gold with a
What?
hint of real, natural, and huckleberry sweetness. I know.
Oh,
Yes, I
are
know,
they
right?
telling people that?
That says it right here on the can.
That's fucked
We
up.
let the people know.
Halo the dog is also a registered trademark of Carroll College and used by permission. Go Saints!
boo.
I was waiting for it too. That's what I was expecting.
What?
Halo the dog is a registered sex offender.
No, he's the mascot of Carroll College. It says Go Saints on the can.
Where's Carroll College?
Helena.
Oh, really?
Our
Interesting.
nation's
Catholics.
capital.
Our nation's capital.
Our nation's Catholics.
And Lucas, what are you drinking?
Dr. Pepper, zero
Vapor.
sugar,
Nice.
that sort of shit. But oh boy, we're feeling alive over here. Can't movies, you know what I mean?
You're not
Well,
dead.
you don't need
What,
you don't need alcohol, you don't need meth. If you got movies like fucking Boom.
You always need meth, brother.
Well, that's true, yeah.
I'm just kidding. What
No,
movie
it's
is
fine.
this?
Yeah. Boon
What
meth.
movie is this on your letterbox, Lucas? I know last time I was here, you were like, I just passed
what number?
1,000.
Oh
yeah,
man.
that's right.
Oh
That's
man.
right.
Great question, actually, Robert. Great
I don't
question.
know why I'm swaying so
So
much.
in that time period, I've seen 1,140. So I've seen
So
140
140
movies.
movies
That's
since
crazy.
that you've reviewed. Have you reviewed all of the ones you've seen, Noah?
I've star rated them, and I haven't reviewed
Okay.
all of them. But I feel like I could speak on all of them that I've seen.
Okay. Fair enough.
Definitively.
140, that's pretty
Yeah.
good. I mean, that's what, at least a movie every other day.
It's more movies
A
I've seen in
couple
my
days.
entire life.
Oh, yeah, every other couple days. I guess 180 would be closer to.
Thank you. And this is a fun fact because this was one of them actually. I've seen this movie before coming into this weekend.
Oh, no kidding, huh? How long ago did you watch?
Fun fact.
Boon Me. I think I watched this in the summer, probably July. I watched Boon Me. I guess I could
Okay.
check out the exact date, huh?
God, I thought it was like September, but
Well, Brandon, chill out. Just let me figure it out, dude.
He's like, well, Brandon, you know me better than me, so.
I've logged it a couple times. Yeah, July 11th. So there you go.
so I was wrong. Wah, wah.
Only by a couple of months.
But time is a construct. If Boon Me's taught us anything.
Exactly. So let's talk about it a bit. And I'm about to start butchering names because the director of this film is Apichat Pong
Pitchiquan.
Weerasethacool.
We're Santa Claus.
Weird receptacle.
Apichat Pong Weerasethacool?
Yeah, he's a Thai filmmaker, very, very highly acclaimed. For a long time, he would just go by Joe because he's like, it's too hard to pronounce.
Yeah,
And then,
understandable. I'd go by Joe, too.
yep. And in the last couple of years, he's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. Actually, call me a pitchapon. I don't care anymore.
Call me weird receptacle.
I'm a big filmmaker. Call me it.
Well,
Exactly.
he's done films such as Haunted Houses, Blissfully Yours, Seth, The
Blissfully
Adventures of
Mine.
Iron Pussy,
What?
That's a good one.
Tropical Milady,
What?
Syndromes in a Century, Macomb Hotel, Cemetery of Splendor, Memoria, and then just
see
a
Memoria,
ton of
too.
shorts and documentaries.
Nice. You've seen it?
I've seen Memoria. It was very hard to track down, but I saw it.
Worth it?
Very cool movie. Very weird, as you could imagine.
It's not memory.
Memoria.
Memoria. Activia.
It's actually The
Leviosa.
Adventures of Iron Pussy. And truth
Same
be
guy.
told, I wrote this script back in April of 2022, so I don't know what's in this.
Brandon's
Like,
learning with us.
You can guess the budget and shit.
Well, I'm gonna be looking at it.
Well, don't
can
look
still-
ahead.
Yeah, just guess.
Okay. I'm going to try and keep things out of the way.
Brandon gets to play for the first time.
Writer.
I heard they know her.
A Pitchapong. Same stuff. And then also Fra Sripariyadiwedi.
That was it. That's it.
Nailed it.
And
A
that's
film?
because this is inspired by the
person.
book by Fra.
It's a spell.
Oh, I see. That's like another writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
So
Not to spell.
pretty much all the same stuff. And then a cast. Thanapat Sesamar,
Nice.
Janjira Pongpass,
They were great.
Sakta Kabudi,
Inspiring work.
Nathakarn Afiwonk,
Yep.
Good name.
Girasak Coolhong.
A little flat, but pretty good.
They all sound like Skyrim characters.
And
As they should.
Wallapaw Mongol Prosser.
Good name.
Trying my best,
I
guys.
No, it's all
I
good.
personally haven't heard of any of these actors, but I enjoyed their work. It seemed like a super naturalistic group of people. There wasn't any like holy shit, look at how hot that guy is.
Brad
Instead, it's
Pitt.
like, that lady's legs are different legs. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that was something that we noticed.
Immediately, Robert. pointed
Yeah,
that out.
Robert was like, "Holy
Like, what's
shit.
up with her shoe? Why is it so big?
It was some just crazy shit.
Yeah,
First
like,
scene.
immediately.
Sure. it meant
Robert was
something.
Robert's like, I've been looking at the backgrounds a lot and her legs. Cool.
Good eye.
Yeah. I noticed they didn't spend a whole lot on like scene setup, you know, like it looked like they used natural scenery.
Yeah. Might dig into the budget of that. Might help.
Oh, exactly. That was kind of what I
Ooh.
was thinking.
And then a plot for you
How
guys.
many Thai dollars was it?
Dying of kidney disease, a man spends his last somber days with family, including the ghost of his wife and a forest spirit who used to be his son, on a rural northern Thailand farm.
Sure does. All
and
over,
they farmed
all over.
tamarins.
Yeah, all
And
over their
honey.
glass
And
noodles.
honey. Yeah.
That all happened.
Yeah, and the glass noodles. Those were definitely a gourmet dish. Part of it.
Two
Couldn't
eggs
have
in
any
it,
because
though.
of his kidney.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah,
Yolks.
bless his heart.
I
Or
love
bless
this
his kidney.
movie.
This movie was rocked. 4 out of 10.
Do you want to hear some history?
Yeah, go ahead.
Uncle Boonmee,
You
who
have
can
my
recall his
permission.
past lives, is a 2010 Thai art drama film written, produced, and directed by Apichatpong Riraseth Kaul.
I thought it was a comedy.
That's
I
what
laughed at some points.
we did laugh a lot.
We laughed a lot.
It did laugh a lot, and it's like, a lot of it was us being
It was
dumb,
like
but
a
some of it was the
dramedy.
movie. Yeah,
I think.
they were being
Yeah.
funny for sure.
Prime listed it as a comedy.
Yeah,
It kind of seemed
really?
almost like a documentary at points too. Like I was trying to
Oh.
wonder like when it was set because I was trying to figure
Yeah.
out like there was
I
no,
should-
you
I have
know,
some-
like
Some fun
was-
facts about that. Brand might have it in the trivia section.
okay.
A reason why that
Ooh.
parts of the film might seem like a documentary. You know what I'm talking about,
Let's-
Brando?
let's skip the
I
history.
can't
then.
scroll down because I'll see the budget.
Yeah.
All right, I'll say it anyways. Then we'll do a little
it.
bit of trivia. The movie was set up and filmed in 5 different manners, and one of the manners was a documentary style. So at
Mm.
some point, it explicitly felt like a documentary because it was filmed to set up that way.
Interesting. I thought
Well,
it
the
was
other-
there was something about
Yeah, which is like coded into the film language of it. Because
If I remember from 19 months ago, I don't think that's in my facts.
Yeah, and then like half of it, there's like one section that's digital. There's one section that's set up like a comedy. I think there's one section that's set up like a searing drama, and there's masterful.
Masterful. Masturbate.
it.
Um,
Okay.
This is inspired by
So
the book
dismissive.
called A Man Who Can Recall His Past Lives by Fra Siraparo Yadiwedi of Sang Arun Forest Monastery's Khan Kane, published in August 23rd, 1983.
Could you repeat the author of that again?
Fra Sripari Yadiwedi.
Did they have any part of input on this making of this film at all?
I
Do
feel
you
like
know?
we saw their name somewhere.
Just a
They
tiny
got a
bit.
writing credit, I think, but I don't know.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then Apichatpong says that a man named Boonmee approached Fra, who was the abbot of a Buddhist temple in his hometown, claiming he could clearly remember his own previous lives while meditating. The abbot was so impressed with Boonmee's ability that he published a book called A Man Who Can Recall His Past Lives in 83. By the time Apichatpong read the book, Boonmee had died. The original idea was to adapt the book into a biographical film about Boonmee. However, that was soon abandoned to make room for a more personal film while still using the book's structure and content as inspiration.
That's cool. It's a good piece of like Buddhist literature, which I think is also interesting.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of I've read a little bit of Buddhist literature, which is interesting because it's not like Buddhist like writings, but it's like actually like novels from a Buddhist perspective. It's really interesting stuff.
So I guess that tied into one of the big questions that I had, which was like, is spirituality and ghosts and stuff a big part of the culture there? You know, like, and I guess if it's a Buddhist writing, then yes, of course, you know, that would probably be part of the
Yeah,
culture.
so I think he's pretty heavily spiritual too, the director, if I'm
Right.
not mistaken. It's some
There we
interesting,
go.
and this is like a pretty good example of Buddhist filmmaking, which is, you know, it's a
don't-
pool I haven't dipped my toes into.
Yeah, exactly.
whole lot.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's
shit.
interesting though. I enjoyed it.
What? Did you look at the budget?
No.
Oh.
The
No, not
history
yet.
is coming. The history.
The history is coming. The
The
history is
history
coming.
is coming.
And I gotta go
I
start
love
the oven
history.
The
Okay.
British are
No.
coming.
because the pizza will be coming.
The pizza is coming.
The
It's not
pizza is coming,
delivery,
the
it's
pizza's-
DiGiorno.
Dun, dun, dun,
Dude,
dun.
maybe I'm gonna grab some DiGiorno on the way home. That sounds really good.
So last night when I went to Shooters,
DiGiorno.
You went to Shooters last night?
I went to Shooters for a memoriam of a family friend.
Oh, okay.
And we were there because
Sorry
that
to
was
hear
like
that.
his favorite bar.
Mm.
And we were ordering food because it was at 7:00 and people were ordering burgers and things. And my mom was like, let's get like a pizza for the table. And she's like, sure. She's like, we've got Supreme and Meat Lovers. She's like, let's do a Meat Lovers. Brought it out. It was just DiGiorno. The instant I saw it, I was like,
You know,
that's
you
DiGiorno.
Yeah. It's like I've had this before.
I've had a lot of Tony's pizza in like
Oh,
dive bars across. Like
Tony's,
when I went to Virginia
yes.
City to see Hunter, the brewery Follies,
Sure.
the bar just down the street from there, they were just like, it was just Tony's. They'd microwaved. You know?
They couldn't even splurge on Red Baron.
They couldn't splurge on an oven.
Yeah, they didn't have an oven.
I like
was
some
great.
Jack's pizza myself, but Alex refuses.
What is Jack's?
Yeah, is that
I
another
haven't
like,
heard of
frozen
Jack's.
brand or is that a Missouri
Yeah,
place?
it's a frozen brand. It's like $3.50 at Walmart.
I bet I would recognize that. You guys get into
What
it.
about
It's
that?
just the logos.
What about the
Yeah.
Mike's Killer Pizza that was too big to put
That
in?
thing's awesome.
Are you talking
freezer?
about the
That's
ones that were
right.
like are supposed to be like supposedly made with like authentic ingredients or whatever? I think I've seen those. The Mike Killer's pizzas. At
Oh, I see
Albertsons
Jack's.
or
over-
something.
He's
Can I
got,
see?
like, he looks like a
Can I
Bart
see?
Simpson type figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I see? Oh, sure.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'd never read the name on that,
No,
but I
never
know
seen
this
them.
packaging.
Oh, they're dirt
Nope,
cheap. I
never
love
seen
them.
So,
Ours is California Pizza Kitchen, but the history is coming.
The history.
and the
is-
history is done.
It's
yeah.
you don't have any.
Oh,
I already said it.
bummer.
I accidentally said all the history without doing the. That's why I went, oh shit.
In
Oh,
the
that's why,
history.
Okay.
Okay.
But Lucas is gone again. Where did he go?
The pizza,
The pizza is here. This is
I
stupid.
love being stupid. dude.
We're so fucking stupid.
Oh, I think I say that
Oh,
once a week
We
now.
clean.
Brennan, could I have another beer?
And then we drink.
What
Oh
do you
shit,
want?
we need to get him
A
in on the
dead guy.
quick.
A dead guy.
A dead
Yeah.
guy.
I'll take a dead guy for sure.
Sorry. I didn't mean to
Okay.
say.
Can I get a
We
dead guy
clink?
for 200?
We clink
And we drink.
and
And
we
we
drink. That's exactly right.
So the budget
So-
now?
With that, it's time for the budget.
The budget is coming.
Robert, do you want to sing our budget song?
I don't remember it honestly.
Or you can
I-
make one up.
Do you remember your version?
I don't remember my version.
You made
either.
up the best version.
No, it was
That
like,
was so happy right now.
there's no. I'm trying to think.
Make a new iconic one.
Cash. Dime.
Oh, I remember dime. I definitely said something about a dime.
You do say
something about a
clicking up
dime. Something about a dime, and it's time for
Fucking Slumdog Millionaire moment.
yeah. And
He's recalling his past life. Right now.
it's,
dime.
Nice.
I know.
it's Uncle Robert.
Uncle
recalling
Robert.
his past
Can you
life.
guess the dime?
Guess the
Budget
dime, and
time.
it's time to guess the budget.
It's like
Let's
taking
do
over.
it.
Dime.
It's the new like de facto.
Yeah,
Budget song
it's
now.
De facto budget song, the only one.
see a
I don't
The
even-
bridge
only
version.
alternate budget song that's been on the podcast, probably.
It's
Yeah.
the only one that's stuck.
It's
Like,
our
when-
abridged version.
It's for real. When I hear it's budget time, I think, can you guess the dime? I don't even
Yeah.
sing. I forget the original song anymore.
So the OG,
Amen.
if you're doing the books,
Yep.
you better not fudge it. So let's play a game called Guess That Budget.
Guess that budget. Guess that budget. I know that. I've heard that before.
But
I haven't heard my old one. I did hear it once. and I have heard
budget
it once.
time.
Can,
Can you guess
The
dime?
The dime. Yeah. Sounds about right.
This would be a tough one to guess too, by the way.
Guess the Dime is a property of the Good, the Bad, and the Movies.
I
Anybody
have-
who tries to replicate will be prosecuted, not
Not
persecuted.
not
persecuted.
prostituted.
Not prostituted.
I'm gonna
Ah!
just throw it out there.
Unless it makes our money back.
900K. I'm just gonna guess.
Okay.
And there
That
it
was a little
is.
high, I think. I think you're a little high.
What do you think?
We'll see.
I'm thinking 375,000.
Oh, he got it on the dot.
Lucas?
I'm thinking 2.1 million. I mean, this is a pitch it pong we're talking about.
Oh yeah, pitch it pong. I forget.
I was gonna guess 250.
1,000?
Yeah.
Million?
No, not million.
250 million?
Big budget.
250 quadrillion dollars.
Brandon wins. he said the biggest number.
It's bigger than the U.S. debt.
9 dodecadil.
Over 3
Expensive makeup work.
Yeah.
What's the answer, Brando?
Ghost
Well,
Monkey
they had to
could've.
go through so many cows to get that first star in the opening scene.
good-
Must there not be a budget?
A
Brandon
lengthy
gets
casting.
himself.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
if there is. The budget is. There is one. The winner is me.
No,
It was
Oh,
274.
wow.
you cheated.
Decadillion.
You cheated.
Who would have guessed?
It's illegitimate.
It's 101,000.
Damn,
Okay.
nice
And I
work.
actually put in here how much it cost in Thai bahts.
Mm-hmm.
3.5 million. So the winner's Lucas.
Lucas, were you thinking in Thai dollars?
You were
Fine.
thinking
I
in
was.
bots, huh?
I was thinking bots. I usually am.
Yeah.
The winner,
Yeah, that's-
so Robert's up 1-0 right now.
No, he said the highest.
Yeah, he did it in US dollars though. The conversion's like
That's true.
100,000.
Hmm.
Yeah, he
Robert
was
is
not
right.
doing it in Thai dollars. Signs.
It's Robert.
No, I got it.
Yeah,
No,
cheated.
Brandon.
Brandon
You
got it.
cheated.
I didn't cheat.
He didn't cheat.
You said
You're the answer in
275
front of you.
decadillion.
I trusted.
I said 250,000.
I said
And then you
370.
said million.
I thought you cheated. I'm pretty sure you
I
cheated.
said, I said 250,000. You're like, million? So then we made the dodecadillion.
I think Robert won that.
Okay, whatever.
He's our guest, and you don't get to play this game.
Hey, I'll take it.
See?
I'll still try and guess,
2-0.
but I don't get
It's
any
on the
points.
podcast.
You said it again, folks.
So
You've
next
seen
up,
it here first.
opening weekend. I'll start.
Shit.
Box office.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. God, I don't know if I put this in Thailand or the U.S.
2010.
I'm
Didn't
gonna.
come out in the theaters in the U.S. I don't think.
Opening weekend in some field.
I'm gonna say it came out in the EU and probably somewhere in India.
And they got a pretty big
China.
film industry over there.
Yeah.
They do, and China.
It's
Yeah.
China.
Fuck.
China.
I'm gonna go. Let's just go 100K. I don't know.
All right.
Jindo,
Lucas?
I'll say $21,000.
Okay.
What it did for box office? This is our guess.
Opening weekend.
Opening.
weekend.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Opening weekend.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Or is
Yeah.
Thursday in that too?
I think Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
Friday.
Yeah.
Just Friday. Okay, no Thursday.
My guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
What was the budget? What did we get?
101.
101. Ooh. I'm gonna say it was 52.
Okay.
Okay.
So we got 152 and 21
69.
and 69.
Yeah.
The winner today
Fuck
is
myself.
Lucas. You're so close.
Oh, really? Me?
It's 23,540.
Oh, only a couple
Oh,
thousand
2,000
off.
off. One of our closest
good.
guesses.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Seth, US and Canada?
US and Canada,
Yeah.
but not the rest of the world where it like came out.
Yeah.
This is such a confusing way to guess. I went first already though. Lucas goes first this time.
Okay. I'll say $0.
That could be a good guess.
That could be good.
I'm kind of right there with him. I'm gonna say 5,000.
5,000. I don't know if this got released in US and Canada. In the,
I think it
in
got like a
theaters.
couple theater releases.
You think so? Maybe some art house
A couple
shit?
in France because they were talking about French in the movie.
Oh, so maybe Canada did release it.
I forgot about Canada.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 10,000.
yeah.
Wait, for just US and Canada?
Yeah.
If they had some art house showings, maybe.
I'm going to go 25. What did you say?
5. I said 5.
It's
flat.
$5.
5, 10,
$5.
and 25.
I think one guy saw
$5,000.
this.
I'm the winner.
Oh shit!
It's actually way more than I thought. 184,300.
Really?
Damn.
Probably
Okay.
Canada.
Canada
Yeah,
loved
I'm
it.
sure all
Canada.
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 And lastly, worldwide. You're first this time.
Yeah.
Worldwide. Okay.
Mr. Worldwide. Sorry, Brand doesn't say that usually.
Wait, what did you just say was U.S. and Canada?
184,300.
184,300. Really? Okay. Let's go
Sorry.
300,000.
Okay. I'm
That's a
gonna
good guess.
say
Good guess.
Good guess.
1.2 mil. Maybe China loved it.
I hope they maybe they did.
2.7 milli
Seth?
is the
I'm gonna
kid's guess.
say 500,000.
Okay. The winner today. What did I say?
I think you said
You're ineligible.
1.2
anyway.
million or
something
something?
mil. You
Fuck,
said
I got it
over-
right.
Was it 1.2 million?
Okay,
It's
this is
1.2
a
mil.
setup.
Did you say 1.2?
He's ineligible.
he's an
He
ineligible
cheated.
receiver.
I win.
He did not. He said like 500K.
I
No,
said
that's what
500,
Seth said.
Unfortunately.
He said like 800K.
I said 300K.
Brand loses.
Brand loses. He
I-
cheated.
I don't know. He's in his Aikman jersey. I don't know if he can be
promise
wrong.
I
It's true.
didn't look at these.
He cheated.
I promise.
He
His
knew.
memory's too good. It's 19 months.
You guys
old.
argue about this. I gotta use the restroom.
Hurt.
My memory is very good.
We're gonna be pissed off about Brandon the whole time.
I'm gonna be pissing the whole time.
About Brandon.
Buddhist
I'm
doctrine
thinking
says we
of
should
you
let
in
this
there.
go, but I can't.
I wish I was more zen.
You chug a beer.
It soothes me. I'm a soothsayer. I
That's
say
fine.
soothes.
Helps him let go of material.
Oh.
Yeah.
Real quick, Lucas, because you were the one that had recommended this. Where had you heard of this film from?
I knew it as the Palme d'Or winner from 2010, and I thought it had a funny
Ooh.
name.
That would have been good
Um,
knowledge for me to guess the winner. Ooh. Is that better?
Yeah, you just have to look towards the mic when you're talking and not that way. You don't have to be that close.
No.
Ooh.
And I knew it had a funny title. And so a funny title, Thailand, Palme d'Or winner. I'm like, this sounds like my type of movie. So ever since then, I recommended it as like a think piece, mostly to get Devon to engage with some critical thinking on his own life and mortality. But that's why we have Robert here.
A perfect installation of the podcast. We
Mhm.
must stall for a second so he can read the taglines.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, it says not applicable. So I put, so let's make one up now.
all right. It's
Apparently, I was doing that back in
tagline
April.
time. Just making up taglines.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought that was
Uncle
something that we
Boone.
like did after.
Uncle
No.
Boone,
Okay.
me so horny.
That's
Or renaming
good.
cat facts. That was the one.
That's very good. Uncle Boonmee so horny.
That is really good.
That is pretty good.
Uncle
Are,
Boone.
are we
so
on
sweet.
taglines?
Yeah, we're making. There weren't any taglines. So we're making them up.
Oh, Uncle Spooned Me. Who can call the authorities?
Oh, okay. Shit, did you have that ready this whole time?
Yeah, I did. I
You've
had
been
that
waiting.
already from the beginning.
That was too quick.
Uncle Junimo, who is the one with the forest.
Are these written down?
Yeah, that one is.
That's awesome.
Damn.
Uncle Spooned Me. Uncle who is one with the forest. I have no quotes though, so that makes up for that.
Yeah, that's all right.
Uncle-
I think I have two. I think.
Yeah, those are amazing taglines.
What about
What about love?
Don't hurt me.
I was trying to think of that song Dance Monkey,
Oh, yeah.
Don't.
but Ghost Monkey.
Or like,
Ghost monkey.
That's
that
what I was
funky
thinking, like
monkey.
Grass Monkey.
Monkey.
that ghost monkey.
How about Uncle Balloon Me? And get him down. He's flying off.
Uncle Chinese Spy Balloon Me trying to steal my dick pics.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
about-
the
how about-
winner.
This life isn't the only one with consequences.
What the fuck, Lucas?
Yeah, what?
That's too smart.
Boo. Boo this man.
I was actually trying to come up with something deep. Past lives never gonna hold me. Quit doing emojis. and
What do you think
reactions.
this guy fucking was in the past life, huh?
Seth, quit. Seth,
You a cat guy, Lucas?
Seth,
Oh
quit.
yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
I like cats a lot. I'm allergic to them though, so I can't be like except hypoallergenic ones. That is sad.
So you can
This
only
guy's
have
bad.
hairless cats?
Well, no, we actually just got one. It's one of those like leopard like
You got a fucking leopard?
it's like a leopard
Shit.
cat, but
An
they're
ocelot
like
cat?
supposed to be. Yeah, they're supposed to be kind of.
It's an ocelot, is it?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say those things are like expensive.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be like a designer cat or something, but we got it for pretty cheap.
It paints.
And it's hypoallergenic, which is the important part because if it wasn't, we couldn't have it.
I wish I had a naked cat.
It's not naked though.
No, but still.
I
just a
wish the
separate
naked
wish of
cats
mine.
are ugly though.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like.
I would love to have a little freak living in my house
Yeah, like a
besides
little
me.
alien.
If you could recall your past lives, would you live in the present?
Yeah, we're done with taglines. Lucas
Oh.
got it already. But
So,
So wait, cat facts, Uncle
Cat's
Uncle
facts.
Boonmee, who could
Asa
call
facts?
facts.
Also,
Awesome.
lots of
Because the
facts.
cat.
Also, lots of facts.
oh, okay. Funkle facts.
sure, yeah.
Funkle.
Those rock. The Funkle facts.
Hey, I'm funking it.
Communist facts.
Hey, I'm funkin' here.
The
Boon
Factor
song
and sickle.
facts.
song facts. This that Elton John song. You can tell everybody this
This is
the
the
song.
fact. Oh.
This is the song.
Yeah. They're just singing about him.
This is Boon song.
Yeah.
I like.
There he
so
is.
You could tell everybody this is Boone Song
Yeah.
facts.
There we go.
There we go. That's
I
our. I thought Funkle Facts was gonna win it, but
Yeah.
Elton John.
Phew, thank
Gave
God
it-
we dodged that bullet.
Oh,
Nice.
he dodged that bullet. Let's get into the movie.
Callie Bear's
dun, dun.
crying upstairs.
Oh no. Should we go get her?
First fact.
No. Stupid thing.
Try it out.
I am gonna actually go check on her though.
Cali
so-
cream and ale.
Oh shit! It's kind of what Lucas said. That is in my facts. My memory was wrong.
Oh shit. Fact number 1.
Tee us up.
Teed. Shot on 16.
Millimeter.
Yeah. Sorry, Brandon did something stupid. Shot on 16mm film rather than digital. Director. Man, I didn't realize how hard it was to read these.
A pitch pong where
A pitchapong with sipatong.
Where
Look
is
at the camera.
where is don't like this. Where is ethical? Good name.
Weird receptacle. That's how I remember it.
He wanted to film in this format. God, I can't read right now. I'm sorry. As the film is all about dying traditions. The film
Words are
consists of 6 reels, each shot in a different cinematic style. The styles include, by the words of the director, old cinema with stiff acting and classical staging, documentary style, costume drama, and my kind of film when you see long takes of animals and people driving. Pitchapong further explained in an interview with Bangkok Post, when you make a film about recollection and death, you realize that cinema is also facing death. Uncle Boonmee is one of the last pictures shot on film. Now everybody shoots digital. It's my own little lamentation. That's so nerdy. I
Beautiful.
love it.
Yeah, I would like to really reflect on the long open animal scenes because I feel like they happen quite often in this movie.
It like starts out with
Yeah,
that, too.
the cow.
It sounds
and-
like, and what from I know from Memoria, that's a lot of his sweet zone. It's his alleyway.
yeah,
These
kind
weird
of
long animals. So a lot of his other movies are
open-ended animal.
indulgent in
like,
that. Like Tropical
how-
Malady, I think has a lot of that.
right.
Was Gods Must Be Crazy like that? Was that another movie that was just the guy would just film shit he saw because he had a good time?
Yeah,
He's
well,
like,
he
I'm
was-
just gonna film this cow for the next
Yeah,
10 minutes
I
and
can't
see what
remember-
do we get.
There was a movie
He was-
that was like that.
He was, yeah, and he was
It
like
was?
a.
Okay.
Well, that was part of it. He was like an amazing, well, not amazing, but he was like a pretty
Oh, he made
prolific,
documentaries, didn't
yeah, animal documentarian before he made like
That's
dramatic
right.
or Hollywood movies. So he had like a lot of experience getting those already.
he?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
My numero 2 fact is the film is part autobiographical, as, like Uncle Boonmee, a Pidgeot Pong's father also died of kidney failure.
Oh, how's
I thought Uncle Boonmee was
Full
the one that
moon
died of
tonight.
kidney
Did you know
failure.
that?
he did? Yeah, I think that Uncle Boonmee might be a stand-in for his father then.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I was like autobiographical. I'm like, he had a fucking monkey brother.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
I want to do one more fact before I get back. I'm
Son.
having a good time reading.
No.
I'm learning.
He's doing
again.
good.
son?
He's doing really well.
So number 1 was the different genres, like he said.
Yeah, and number
Yeah.
3 is audience members at the Cannes Film Festival are notorious for their visceral reactions to films. Booing is commonplace, as are walkouts. People started walking out of this film after the first 6 minutes.
The cow.
The cow. That's something
Fucking
I was gonna
losers.
mention. A lot of there were no lines, and I feel like the first 4 or 5 minutes because of the cow.
There's
I
a lot
had-
of reverence paid to the cow.
Yeah, I kind of thought of it as like a foreshadowing scene, maybe, or like
Well, great point. We'll get into that, I'm sure. But every
No
animal,
spoilers.
because of the way that this movie is set up and the themes and stuff that are going on, every single animal that gets paid attention to, it's not just like, look at this cow. It's like, this is a person, right? This is like,
yeah, it's like
this
who
could be
is this
Boonmee in the
cow?
past. This could be Boonmee in the future. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
You
real.
think
Yeah.
everything has a soul watching this movie.
And because
Two
its
things.
time is warpy, you think that it could be like a central character,
Yeah.
which it probably is if
things.
it's set up in the beginning of the movie. Fuck.
For like 6 minutes.
1. It's
Blowing his
Cannes
mind.
Film
Yeah.
Festival.
Whatever.
2.
Who gives a shit? They're assholes.
I'm just
Did you
gonna
say
read one of my.
It's a Cannes.
I'm gonna read one of my quotes right now, which was from Robert, because Seth and I looked at each other like, "Oh my god,
Is it the deep one?
it's the deep one," which is why we had you on. Because so, I go.
You're like a genius film critic.
Yeah.
He was 3 beers already in, and I go, "Is Boonmee that dog? I'm pretty sure he was that cow earlier." And Robert goes, "That's what I thought too. I thought the cow escaping was him breaking the tethers of the physical world to explore the spiritual realm." And it's like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. There's a reason it's the first shot of the movie, but we'll get there. Yeah.
I'm excited. I was having a hard time parsing this out, but I figured you would know like a ton of
I
facts
got
about
some
this
Seth-
one.
Seth was definitely like, wait until Lucas has like a take on this movie.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna
I've got
line
a
it out
take.
for us.
I've been waiting.
Next,
Nah, skip that one.
okay,
Yeah.
the 5th one. In the 2012 Sight and Sounds critic polls, 8 critics voted it for as one of their 10 greatest films ever made. This ended up ranking out 202 in the finish list. 5 directors also voted, making the film ranked at number 132 in the directors poll.
When you say finish list, is that FINISH? Or is that like a finish list?
Not the country.
Completed
Okay.
list.
Completed list.
Okay. I was like, why?
Swedes
Why?
over
I was
there.
like, why are the Finnish like making a list about this?
The
Those high
Finnish aren't
films.
sweets.
Yeah.
That is
The
pretty
Finnish aren't
high
sweets.
They're all
praise because that was a
evil.
2016 list,
The same
Brandon,
guy.
or 2012.
12.
2012.
Yeah, because that's only 2
years
years
after.
after this movie
Yeah.
was made.
Damn.
These directors are saying this is one of the best movies ever made.
Not
Yeah.
even a lot of time to reflect on.
Would
it
you say
yet.
6 out of 10? Or did you say 8 out of 10?
8 critics voted
8
it
critics.
as one of the top 10 films of all time.
And 5
8 out of
directors.
8 top 10.
And 5
Top.
directors, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to number 4.
All right.
The one we skipped.
Uncle Boonmee, Who Can Recall
gonna be
His
so
Past Lives,
boring.
is the final installment in a multi-platform art project called Primitive. The project deals with the Isan region in Thailand's northeast. What are you taking notes on?
I'm writing
And-
primitive because honestly, if
That's
I've
fucking
seen
sick.
half of the installments or a portion of the installments, I kind of would like to see the rest of them.
There you go.
Amazing. And it doesn't even seem like they're movies either.
Yeah, they seem
Yeah.
kind of like documentaries or drama.
One of
comedy
them-
dramas.
Statues.
I was gonna say one of them's a concrete drawing in Thailand. You're like, guess I gotta go to Thailand. man."
Yeah, no shit.
And in a particular village of the Nabu in Nakhon Phanom near the Laos border. Here they are. Previous installments include a 7-part video installation and 2 short films. A Letter to Uncle Boonmee from 2009 and Phantoms of Naboo in 2009, both of which premiered in 2009. The project deals with themes.
Sorry, what year
I
was
don't
that
know.
again, Brandon?
Oh
I
nine.
don't know why I put that in
2009
there.
3 times.
That's stupid.
Same. Do they have similar directors or similar
clue.
like no clue on
I'm
that?
guessing
it's-
that they do.
I think it's all a pitch upon.
Yeah.
Okay.
The project deals with themes of memories, transformation, and extinction, and touches on a violent 1965 crackdown on communist sympathizers in Naboo by the Thai army. Regarding the feature film's place within the overarching product, Apichatpong has said that it, in quotes, echoes other works in the primitive installation, which is about this land in Assam with a brutal history. But I'm not making a political film. It's more like a personal diary, end quotes.
1 out of 10.
So would you say that Uncle Boonmee was probably one of the last installments in this primitive?
I think it is the final installment.
final installment.
I think that's what did that say?
I wasn't listening at all.
Because I had heard
Ah!
that, and I think that you had said that the first one came out in 2009, so 2009 to 12.
Yeah.
So it's about 3 years long. Was this collection of filmography and art?
Pretty like underground,
Yeah,
non-profit
that's what it seems
filmmaking
like.
art projects. Yeah,
Gorilla shit.
Out of nowhere, my
gorilla.
I'm a gorilla.
ghost monkey.
Ghost Gorilla.
That's exactly right.
Out of nowhere, my freaking
Screamo White.
Gmail app decided to update, so
Oh.
I have to go find the nominations on IMDb instead of using the hyperlink.
Heard.
Which is why I went,
Heard.
this was nominated or winner of the best film at the Asian Film Awards.
Asian Film Awards.
Cannes Film Festival, Palme d'Or winner.
The most acclaimed award a movie can win.
A lot of Chicago stuff. The Clotrudius Awards.
At that Cannes Film Festival, that's mostly indie films, correct? Like,
It's mostly art house movies.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is like, yeah, the big swinging dicks of the world, like the least commercial, most esoteric, hardcore artists.
okay,
filmmakers.
yeah, I thought
Yeah.
so.
and Wes
A lot
Anderson.
of
Wes
Dutch
Anderson,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever won a Palme d'Or. I
With-
know
No, he hasn't.
What is his one that just came out?
Asteroid City.
Hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty meh. I don't
Yeah,
like him though,
it's-
famously.
Yeah.
Other awards, the Clotrudius Awards, nominee for Buried Treasure. I don't know what the
Nice.
fuck that means. And nominee for Best Cinematography. The film Independent Spirited Awards. Nominee for Best Foreign Film. IndieWire Critics Poll, nominee for Best Film. It took 5th place. Trying to find non-region specific. Online Film Critics Society, nominee for Best Foreign Language.
Can see that.
Well, let's do the Thailand National Film Association Awards because that seems fitting.
Yeah.
It won for Best Sound, nominated for Best Supporting Actress, and nominated for Best Cinematography.
I have something about the sound effects guy from this
Oh.
movie in
Yes.
my notes. I thought he did a very good job adding suspense a lot to a lot of the scenes. You can tell like a lot of the music
That's
and
amazing.
stuff builds up.
I think
And-
it's a fun fact. That's so funny. I think he did a good job.
He
You're right
did.
to the
No,
same
you're
thought.
in like such like a minimalist.
Yeah,
film,
exactly.
too.
Where it was like not intrusive, like but very
Yeah, it's not like very busy, but it certainly added
Right.
to it.
for sure added to the
An underrated aspect, the absence of sound sometimes.
This is true.
Thanks.
All the cicadas I felt like added to the ambiance
Sleeping.
too.
And the last one I see here is the Yoga Awards. It won what's called
Skip.
the Special Award.
Oh, I've
For
given the
worst
special.
producer.
I'm sure you've given the special award out, Lucas. I've given
Yeah.
a special award out to people before too.
Yeah, yes. Ice cream
But
so
which
good,
producer was the Special Award? Worst producer. That was the Special Award.
No.
Worst producer?
Yeah.
Danny Glover.
It's just somebody who paid for the. No, it wasn't Danny Glover. I didn't read the name, but
It was Danny Glover.
and then one more Fact.
A secret fact.
Nerd.
This is the first Thai film to win the Palme d'Or. It was the first Asian film to win the award since '97, when The Eel tied with Taste of a Cherry.
The hell is the eel? Why do I know of that?
We talked about that
Benjamin
It's a
Franklin.
in the
Japanese
'97
movie?
and The Fifth Element.
Okay.
Have you guys watched? I know you may have not done a podcast on it, but have you guys watched Parasite?
Oh,
Of
yeah, I
course,
love Parasite.
I adore
Parasite's
Parasite.
so good.
Parasite fucks.
I haven't seen that one, but I've heard a
Oh,
lot
it
of good
rips
things
so
about it,
hard.
and I know it's like
Parasite.
a good foreign film that
you watch that,
like,
and then you
haven't-
watch Memories of Murder.
Yeah.
Of a murder?
Memories of a murder.
Of
yes.
murder.
A murder.
A
A
murder?
murder. A murder.
Memories
Murder.
of Murder.
Yeah.
Of
the
a
same
murder.
director that did Parasite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Good
That'll
rec.
make it easier to look.
Did you? Are you still like that one in retrospect, Seth?
Oh yeah, it's that one lingered with me. I love it. I think any
You have
foreign film
to.
sits with me because it like since I don't understand it, I feel like it means more than it probably
That's
does.
kind of how I interpret foreign films too, where I'm
Yeah.
like I've tried to find deeper meaning than I think they probably.
It's even
were
more mysterious when
trying
you
to
don't know the
convey.
language.
Yeah, exactly.
Different
I mean,
culture,
this-
different peoples.
This one obviously has a ton of like.
Oh
to it.
yes.
But
Yeah.
I've heard of people being like, of film critics being like, I don't know how to judge the acting in foreign movies because I'm like, oh, that seems fine. I don't know what they're saying. But then people in their native countries are like, they're doing a terrible job. That's a horrible
Right.
accent.
Yeah.
We have no clue. So it's like, nice.
I'm always worried about that watching anime and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's just so much life and their effervescence in their voice acting that I'm worried that just like
Probably
they
sound like
suck so hard
Clueless.
they're just screaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
It's
some
like an
dumbass dude
Americanized
yelling.
like
They're trying toning it down for
interpretation
us.
of-
They're trying to
yeah.
dumb it down.
I'm gonna put the
Probably
pizza in
what
the
it is.
oven.
Japanese culture.
The pizza in the oven.
The pizza in the oven. The pizza
Oh
in the
no!
oven.
Don't forget your pizza.
All
But
right.
Parasite fucks.
Yeah, Parasite does.
All right,
fuck.
I
Oh
have to
my
check it out.
God.
I have to check
Watch
it out.
it tonight. I might go watch it. That's a fucking great movie.
So when that movie came out, it was the night before the Oscars. My family does a big thing with the Oscars.
Okay.
We each print out ballots. We
Oh,
guess
and
who's
pick.
gonna win each
Yeah.
of them, and then tally them up. And so it was the night before, and I was like, I've watched a bunch of them, but I haven't seen Parasite yet. But I had to work until 10 p.m. And so then I was like, I bought it, and I was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch half tonight, and I'm gonna watch the other half tomorrow before the Oscars.
Yeah.
But I had to work the night shift for the Oscars.
Didn't you watch the whole thing?
So then I started it at midnight after I'd eaten my food, and I ended up watching
Watched
the whole thing,
It
which
stayed up
worked
till
out
like 2.
great because then I got called into work the morning shift instead of the night shift.
Okay.
So then I wouldn't have been able to finish it.
Right.
Down up there.
But yeah, it fucks. But that's the end of our facts. So let's get into the Kidman. The kidney. Ooh, Nicole Kidney.
failure. Nicole Kidney failure, yeah. Because she's Australian. That's what she sounds
Have a
like.
kidney, mate.
Kidney on the bobby.
So what do we? Nicole Kidman, who can recall her past lives? Well,
No, she's just in kidney failure. She's in the ICU. She is struggling right
Nicole
now.
kidney complete failure.
okay. She's done for.
Yeah.
Nicole complete
She's on her
kidney
last
failure.
breath.
They put her on a vent. She's like,
Yeah. She's
On a
done.
vent?
A ventilator.
Ventilator.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
not like a sterile vent that you jerk off in.
Right. That was yeah. That was a good bit. For monster trucks, that was a
Yeah,
good
you're
one.
getting you're getting a vent to make it sterile, and you jerk off.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the cleanest jerking I've ever done.
So
So we're just killing.
Which-
I think we've already
Just
had
killing-
Nicole Kidman go through kidney failure.
I don't think we have.
It sounds familiar to me.
No.
She's died on the operating table at some point.
what about Kidney Rock?
Kidney rock.
Like Kid Rock?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good. Ball with the bada, bang,
Bang,
bang, where's my
kidney
kidney?
stone.
I was thinking he was doing that song with Sheryl
That's
Crow. I took your kidney today. Sat down and cried today.
I can't look at you cause my kidneys
Dying.
me.
So,
Damn
That's the heartbeat thing.
I'm for like 100 seconds, and you guys are Cheryl Crowing Boonmee now.
Sheryl
You
Crow
said
and Kid
Kidney
Rock.
And Kid Rock.
Is it-
of
It's
all
Nicole
people.
Kidney Failure and Kidney Rock doing a duet she replaced Cheryl Crow.
Yeah, ba with a ba to bang a bang. Where's my
Kidney
kidney?
stone.
That's good.
That was
but
a good one.
Abhorrent.
My friend used to love Kid Rock because he just thought he was funny. He's like he would tell me because I didn't listen to Kid Rock besides Ba with a Ba and like
It was 1989.
yeah, but the fucking Sweet Home Alabama ripoff. But he's like, check out the song. He starts it off and he goes, "My name is Kid Rock," and he would do that every day at work before I ever heard the song, and I was like, that's so funny. He's the best guy.
That's awesome. What a legend.
Yeah, my buddy. I
Yeah,
gotta
the
hit him
dude
up. I
who
haven't talked
shows
to him
you
in
Kid
years.
Rock,
Yeah.
legend.
Ironically,
Yeah.
check this out. You're gonna hate this.
You're gonna hate this and you're gonna love me for it.
What about
Alright,
Boonmee?
So let's get into the
Do
movie.
we
Let's
hate
get
him?
into the oven and eat the pizza.
Burn me. Mm.
Do we hate
I'm
him?
starving.
I really enjoyed Boonmee. I thought he was
As a guy? As a
very
guy?
open. Yeah, like a very
So
He was getting
open.
wounds. He was so
Well,
open.
well,
Yeah, it's relatable.
he was literally open. But he was, I thought, like a very down to
Vulnerable.
earth dude. Really kind of
Forthright.
held the movie together when it
Movie.
came to talking about like
Which
spirits
is
and
which
ghosts.
is
And he
crazy
did-
that this down to earth sort of good man is the star and like you said propels the movie forward in a movie that features like a Bigfoot boy and a ghost wife.
Yeah, exactly.
we'll get
and
there.
especially
Yeah.
with somebody, and especially a co-star who was so racist.
The new
I know we talked about it earlier already about this not being something we can really quantify, being foreigners ourselves in a way, but he did seem like the best actor to me.
Oh, Boonmee
Boonmee
for
himself,
sure.
yeah.
For sure.
Not
For
that I-
sure.
And
Had
he
definitely
would-
the most talent
so-
out of all the cast.
Yeah.
A lot of character, a lot of life in that face.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you could see the life in many different aspects. Like, okay. Whatever.
all I've been thinking about is the newest Avenger, Bigfoot boy.
He helps. He avenges. All
I was
right.
thinking about Anthony Hopkins. Again. Let's get.
I'll
into
bring
the-
that up.
Let's get
That's
into
in
the
my
movie.
notes. So,
Peace out.
hey Tim,
Yeah.
a silhouetted cow stands on a smoke grenade tied to a nearby tree.
I had some fun facts. I think about the smoke.
Smoke grenades.
He's a
Do you
smoke
think it was a
expert.
smoke grenade?
I think it
kind
was
of
a
think.
grenade. Yeah.
You think it was a grenade, like that
did
made
not.
for the special effects? So I work a lot with fire in my career.
Famously.
Career.
And I said duffer when the scene came up because a duffer to me is pine needles or pine casts being burned,
Interesting.
under the surface of
That's-
the surface fuels on the ground. But it's also a thing to note that I think in third world countries they use smoke to keep insects away. So that was
I
kind
can-
of my
yeah.
first thought was like trying to
Well,
keep insects
course.
away from your cow and trying to keep it comfortable, like
I mean,
because they
what's
were all
one of
wearing
the-
loincloths in that first scene.
What's one
Oh,
of the
yeah.
major themes of the movie?
The
Of
bugs.
fucking bugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would make. I thought the smoke was just aesthetic. It's really nice to know that that's how they.
Oh,
Yeah.
we start fires like out on fires while
Yeah.
we're out on fires. We'll start a little fire when we're camping out to
Yeah.
keep bugs away from us
Damn.
because smoke keeps bugs away.
I didn't think it was gonna be so important to
find
have
the
the
right
smoke
guy
expert
on.
like on this episode. That's actually that like changes the whole perspective
That
of the
makes
movie for me.
a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Is
I'm
he
getting
even
chills.
more? Is he
No,
even
like, for
more
me,
the cow?
Changes everything.
I think the big question is Boonmee the cow?
I that is something that
Yes.
we all thought about as well. I feel like
I think he is probably right.
That is
When you
something I
load
took
up a
into
movie
account.
called Uncle Boonmee, and the first thing you see is a cow, you're like, "Is that him?"
Is that Boonmee?
Yeah.
And
Uncle
the idea of
Boonmee.
reincarnation.
Brandon hit on earlier
Yeah, that's
the thought that I had brought up.
That's a bigger
about
thing in the East for sure.
the cow potentially being tethered to this realm, and I thought that was a big, probably extrapolation on my part, especially that early in the movie.
Extrapolation.
But
inside jokes.
but I do think that there was some sort of symbolism tied to that first scene with
Literally.
Boonmee.
Nice.
He's tied.
We gotta get through this.
Kai.
We gotta get through this so we can get to the analysis part. of this,
'Kay.
So we can get. Like,
So then
all
a
of our
family's
thoughts out.
nearby when the cow breaks free from its tether
Oh,
and
no.
heads into the trees. The cow looks longingly around at its surroundings. I said this cow was a great actor until a
actor.
man finds
I
him
did say that.
and takes the cow away.
Yeah. Come along.
Given in this point, everybody's in loincloths. I don't know if anybody
I
else
thought there was just
noticed
one
this.
guy.
It was the family of
I think it's the
4.
whole family.
I
They were
missed it.
there.
I
And they
only
were
saw
all
one
in
dude.
loincloths around this fire.
Yeah.
And then after this first scene,
So that was a
everybody
long
else
time
was
ago,
in
probably.
like normal clothes.
But
I
then-
guess-
Normal cloth.
Yeah, normal cloth.
Cut
Torso cloth.
to a shadow figure, all black with red eyes, black
Yeah.
dragon.
Cut to my paralysis demon.
Yeah,
Cool,
standing
cool
in the woods,
design.
staring into the camera.
Cool design when they're in the shadows.
Very much so.
These, and it's
Less
not
cool when it's at the dinner table.
I liked it.
even more cool, I would argue. But this is like
It grew on me.
It doesn't play. It's not played as this like menacing, like Morbius figure in the shadows. It's these piercing red eyes. But the tone of the movie sets it up as uneasy instead of villainous.
Brandon.
I didn't do
he's doing
anything.
it on
You
purpose.
pulled
I
the cord.
agree. My first comparisons I drew to were of course Bigfoot, or Yeti.
Classically.
Of course,
know?
of course.
And I was like, how are they gonna represent a form which at the beginning I thought was gonna be so menacing, which turned out, to be very familiar,
And handsome.
person or thing to all the characters in the movie.
I love him.
Yeah, I think it ended up working out well. There was a bit of a continuity issue, I thought, with the
monkey?
ghost monkey
Oh.
form.
We got to get to the monkey first, man.
Sorry.
No.
this?
Keep it in mind. I want to get to
Compared
the.
to- yeah.
I want to see him come out of the darkness in my head
Oh
again
yeah,
now.
yeah.
I do
So,
think that this
hello.
movie does have always has the cop out of like reincarnation could have been whenever time, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Boone's.
Well,
yeah,
after the
Brandon.
shadow figure
This
in the
is
woods,
Boone song.
title card. And then a family's riding in a car. They're moving into a small place to live together. And the aunt and uncle, Auntie Jen
Not
and
that
Uncle
small.
Boonmee.
Did we pause? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
They drink some tea, talk about the fear of immigrants, and how the uncle has bad kidneys and needs some guy here tonight to help him out. And Uncle Boonmee's getting hooked up to a makeshift like dialysis machine. And he seems a little scared that he may pass soon, but his caretaker assures him he's going to be fine.
Who's it? Is the sister-in-law or what? Or Jai?
No,
Jai
so
is his
Jai,
caretaker.
yeah, Jai's a caretaker, is everything that I've gathered. I don't know if he's part of the family.
They
I
call
think
him Uncle Jai.
He's Laotian. Yeah, I think he's just like that's his moniker. It's just uncle.
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah,
like a sign of
just
respect.
uncle.
Like big
Yeah, I
uncle.
think so as
Yeah,
well.
like Snoop Dogg.
But that first scene is when I first noticed Jen's leg. When they were sharing
Yeah.
the tea.
Different
That was the
length.
first time I was like, oh, platform shoes. Something's going on here. She can't take care of herself.
She's fucked up.
Yeah.
Which
She's
is-
fucked up for sure.
Which I love how they don't. I don't think is it ever.
It was never
commented
really
on a single
addressed.
time?
No, it was never
It's just
addressed.
part of
in
her-
the movie or in the plot.
Yeah.
Her character's constantly.
I think Boonmee
It'd be weird
said
to
at
address
one
it.
point in the movie, "Who is going to take care of you?"
Yeah.
or something when he
That
passes.
could have just been because she was old.
Right.
It wouldn't
Yeah,
make
who
sense if they
knows?
addressed it because like they've known her their whole lives.
Yeah.
And it'd be just like pointless kind of exposition to put that in there. So I'm
Just a
glad that it
character
wasn't
trait.
really brought up. Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. Well, they're all at dinner, and Boonmee can't have egg fried glass noodles because they got yolks in them.
Boonmee can't have a goddamn thing. Bless
He
his
liked the
heart.
stir fried chili though.
Oh,
was a
he
big
did
fan.
fuck with
He
the
had a lot.
stir fried chili.
He can't eat and he has to
I
go
fuck
to
with
bed
chili.
all the time.
Yeah.
But he can't eat it because his
I
kidneys
love-
are too bad.
This is. This is partially when I start falling in love with this movie. May I describe?
Sure.
May I?
Please.
They're sitting at the table. They're like, "Oh man, so full! What a great dinner!" And they're like sitting there talking, and then fading in is this woman at the table, and
Yeah.
they don't notice her for the first like 5 or 7 seconds. So she's
None
fading
of
in,
us
and all of
do.
a sudden they're just like, "What the fuck?" I know I didn't either, right? I had to
Yeah.
rewind
Yeah, right.
Well, and
10
Brandon was
seconds.
typing. Yeah, so Robin and I
all
are
of a sudden
both like,
she's
when
there.
did that ghost get here? Look up
Great
and I'm like, oh,
filmmaking.
what the fuck?
Little great bit of filmmaking there.
It was wonderful. Yeah, I
Yeah, it
really
was
liked
definitely a good fade in.
because
for
it
Wei.
looked like a smudge on the camera lens, and the shot first begins with how slowly she's fading in,
Correct.
and then eventually, like you're like, oh, that's just my brain playing tricks on me. That's nothing. That's a mistake.
And then everybody else in the shot notices her, and you're
That
like,
was the
"Oh
best
shit,
So
that's
funny.
a ghost."
That was a twist that I wasn't expecting because I thought it was going to be just Boonmee was going to be able to see the spirits or not.
Yeah,
No,
I thought
whole family.
everybody. Yeah,
I thought it was just
everybody's
getting
like,
that.
"Oh, who the fuck is this?"
It's-
So
it
funny.
says
Like, he
something
looks over, he's
about
like,
it.
"Oh."
And I think it's like the slow filmmaking, right? You're like almost lulled, like a defender being lulled to sleep by a dribble move, right? And then all of a sudden she's there, and you're like, ah, fuck, snuck up on me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
so this is the ghost.
it hits a lot harder when you've been dealing with how slow everything is up until
It
this
takes
point, and
6
you're like,
years to get to the farm. Yeah.
yeah,
yeah, no
It's
kidding.
hooey.
yeah, something supernatural comes. Hui,
Hui, Hui,
Yeah, it's the ghost of Hui.
Hui. That's how I would say it. Hui.
Just fades into the
personally
screen
as
at
a
the dinner
Thai
table.
man, I would say it.
Yeah.
Hui.
Yeah, right.
It was like so
Question mark?
subtly, and the whole
Question
family
mark.
can spear or see her and speak to her. It is Auntie Jen's older sister, but she looks
Boonmee's
younger.
Dead
Boonmee's-
wife.
And my wife,
Yeah,
she's
Boonmee's wife.
a ghost.
And
Boon Song's mom.
Correct.
Question mark?
yes,
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 Yeah,
but
okay.
we don't know who Boon Song is yet.
Yeah, who? Said it like 4 times.
Who?
Hue tells them about how she's been watching over them, hearing their prayers, but Boonmee's suspicious if she's there to take him away. And they all turn towards the staircase because they hear a noise, and that red-eyed shadow figure comes up the stairs.
Oh yeah.
This thing's name is
Awesome.
Boon Song, and it's Hue and
This
Boonmee's
thing.
son, and he's not a shadow man, but
He's
a ghost monkey.
He's a ghost monkey. He's
A
a
ghost
big,
monkey.
hairy, big-footed, like incredible. I don't know what the how to deal with his costume and makeup in. It's not a suit. It's fully like
Oh, it was hair. It was
plastered
real
all
hair.
over.
Yeah, all over his
It's
face.
an interesting design. It's not like meant to be scary or anything. It's just a very
Oh no! Have you guys seen? Do you
naked-looking
recall
monkey.
when you
So
were in
funny
your
looking.
younger days and you went to the Scholastic Book Fair and you looked through the Guinness World Records and you saw the world's hairiest man?
Yeah,
Like a
yeah.
little- yeah. This is it.
That looks. Yeah, that
That's
looked just like
Boonmee.
him.
in
That's
jet
Boon,
black
that's
hair.
Boon Song.
Yeah, that was him.
It's
All
a,
along,
it's
it was
it's
Song.
an incredibly unsettling design, but almost like Uncanny
It w-
Valley. You want to laugh at it, but it's like
Right. Yeah.
He was doing to me the what's the meme? The Chad face where he's doing like he's rizzing you. Yeah, what Brandon's doing right now. Where he's doing like this almost, but he's just making it perpetual, just like, you know what I mean? It's hard to describe what I'm doing or what Brandon's
classic
doing to the
Boon
listeners.
song.
Yeah.
Tune
Yeah.
into the YouTube.
Ah shit!
Oh shit.
Oh,
Thanks,
no.
Alex.
Pizza!
The pizza.
She's got
The
it.
pizza's ready.
What was that though?
There's an alarm for the pizza, I'm sure.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
a pizza.
Yeah, Alex is getting it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a hero.
Well, Boon Song tells Boonmee that there are many spirits and hungry animals outside waiting for him to take him away.
yeah, they're hanging out
But-
outside.
Boonmee tells Hue that the day she passed, Boon Song also disappeared. And Boonmee spent
No, it was 4 years
it
later.
wasn't- no,
6
I
years
thought it was
later.
6 years.
6 years. Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Listen, we can all agree Brandon was the wrongest.
I was
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, the
I
next
was
You guys were
Boon
right.
wrong.
The very next day.
I was Boon wrong.
Yeah, you were Boon wrong for sure.
So 6 years
Somebody
later,
boon this guy.
Boon Song
Boon.
disappears, and Boonmee spent an afternoon looking for him. Couldn't find him. Gave
Only
up.
an afternoon was just like I noticed
And
that
the
too. He
night.
was like, I spent all afternoon looking for Boon's song,
And
and then I
And
quit.
the
then
night.
the
He
sun
changed the
went
night.
down, and I was
He
like, I guess I
changed
don't have
the
a
night.
sun anymore.
Change the light of the night. Give him some
Yeah.
credit.
He
Oh, he
lost
did
the
light up
sun
the
in
mountain.
sky, so he lost the sun in his life because dusk came around. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
I do.
You get the pun?
I do.
I think he lost his kidney.
That's good.
I do.
God damn it.
So
That's good.
apparently, at some point in there, Boon Song got really into photography.
Yeah.
And
Like his mother.
Yeah, on Huey's
Yes.
camera, yeah.
Correct. So he got really into photography, and he disappeared because in one of his photos, he found the
Creepy.
monkey ghost,
It was creepy.
thought it-
Ghost. Yeah.
a new species So he goes on the search for it.
Which he fell in love with.
I don't know which one's right.
Yeah, he falls in love. He fucked the monkey ghost when he finds it,
He made
which
it.
made
He
his
does.
hair grow and his pupils
turned into
dilate.
Do you
a
think it
monkey
was a
ghost.
curse after this point? Like
I think
a
so.
monkey ghost? Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
like,
don't
he
fuck the
obviously
monkey
had-
ghost.
Yeah.
This shit cracked
If
me
ever
up.
in your lives, viewers or listeners, you encounter a monkey ghost, just stay away from
Don't
It's-
fuck it.
It's some,
whatever
I'm
you
sure
do,
there's
just don't fuck it.
something about like obsession and lusting after something, right? Because he was like
Yeah.
crazy obsessed with finding this thing, then he finally finds it, so he fucks it, and then that curse
I'm
ends up
talking
fucking
right now.
him.
Well,
Right,
my
that's-
first thought when I
what I said.
saw Boone Song was maybe he masturbated too much, because there's that old fable of like
Sure.
if you
that's
masturbate you
part
get
of it.
hair on your
Palms.
palms.
See,
And
that
I
way-
was like, what is going on with Boone Song?
My
But
first
I knew he
thought
was a
was
pervert.
it was
from the
funny
get.
how casual he's telling the story. And it's so deadpan,
Yeah.
right? So he's just
He's
like,
yeah, I got. With
I
this
was
monkey
after
ghost.
them. I was out there in the jungle. I
have to
mated
look
with
at-
one. This is my wife.
Yeah,
I took
and then
my
we moved
wife
north.
and we left. I saw your message, but I couldn't. I had my wife now.
Yeah, start
My-
beatboxing.
I think it is a curse. Yeah, I think it's a curse type deal.
Okay,
It
yeah,
was
I
so
thought
funny
too.
watching it because my first thought on it was that like you had Hui, who was regular ghost, basically she was herself,
See-through.
preserved at her age that she died. Like she was cool. And then he shows up and I was like, oh, maybe he killed himself. So like he doesn't get to come back as himself. He's been like tainted or obliterated or something, and his dad
Yeah.
can't recognize him.
He's like, no, I just
He's
had
like, no, I
sex with
fucked a monkey. Yeah.
Monkey
Not deep
ghost.
at all. Yeah, he's still alive.
Ghost, yeah,
even.
monkey ghost.
Yeah, he's a
sorry.
normal dude. Just a ghost
He's a monkey
now.
ghost dude.
I
So
think there's
funny.
got to
Oh.
be some Buddhist principle of, because that's their whole thing is, right, don't obsess over material things or lust, or right, let
Yes.
everything go. So he's the opposite of that. And
The person
it's
who has
cursed.
the least physical possessions is the happiest in life.
Yeah,
The Buddhist
attachments or
trait.
something like that.
Or you're
yeah.
just broke.
Broke ass.
Dumb.
Person
like
who
no
has the
problems.
least physical attachments is the brokest out of them all.
Actually doing pretty well.
So, all I could think about was
Living in a
Boom
hole.
song is ready.
That's so good.
But so yeah, after he fucked a monkey, Auntie Jen, we learn, is in her past chased her husband off with a butcher's knife.
Yeah.
They
Well,
quarreled.
I already knew she was wild from the beginning when her
Her
opening
legs.
credits. She had started talking about
Oh,
illegals
yeah.
this and
immigrants.
illegals that. Like I'm scared for my
It's
life.
like my dad. Yeah.
yeah.
My
And,
dad's
uh,
unrelenting fear of Mexican immigrants in Montana.
So funny. What a
And-
funny thing to be afraid of.
Boonmee
Yeah.
goes to find photo albums to show his dead wife and monkey ghost son, but they also turn off all the lights. They're like, this will be better.
Yeah.
So they turn off the lights and look at photos.
And they glow.
Boonmee
Well,
His eyes
tries
hurt.
to,
Well, what you don't know
Yeah.
is like ghosts and monkeys see better in the night.
yeah. But
I
then
thought for
he
sure he
tries
was
to
going to say
convince-
something like that. Yeah. I'm nocturnal.
He tries to convince Jen to take over the farm for him because he has written his will and wants her to have a secure place in life because he's going to pass soon. And Jai, Uncle Jai, his caretaker, comes in too because they're all just talking to a ghost and a monkey. And he walks in, he's like, oh,
Bedtime.
shit. He's like, I was going to come clean your kidney, but who the fuck is this?
Yeah, what's up with the monkey?
This
and
is my son. This is
yeah,
my wife.
this is my son.
Yeah. He's called Boone Song.
Yeah.
Like he
Don't
doesn't
be
fully
scared.
accept that it is Boone
This is
Song.
my son, half squat.
Half squatch.
That's good.
That is good, actually.
And this is where Robert told us that he noticed that Jen's leg was shorter than the other one in the shoe. I was like, what are you looking at right now?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I noticed
paying
this the
attention
first
to the
scene.
peripheries.
Honestly, like a film genius. I'm a little jealous. Dude, the 2 times you've been on this podcast has never been more about movies than when you're on the podcast. It's
Correct.
usually me derailing things, and you're like so
Derailing.
insightful.
Yeah.
You're so insightful talking about this shit that I don't have time to interject with my bullshit.
Oh, well, I'm glad I
pro-
came on.
Yeah, it's
You guys
productive.
should have me on more.
It's like a shield
Correct.
away from
You're
me.
like my only friend secretly.
Secretly
Your
to the-
only
to
fans.
50 people that listen to this. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Or
You all have my number. Hit me.
That's right.
if you ever
That's
listen
true.
to an episode that's just me and Lucas, we're pretty good about
What is
Pretty
this?
Yeah,
fake
are
your
y'all-
coffee.
Are y'all
Pretty
like
focused.
you stay on topic and pretty structured when it's just
We're
you
pretty
two?
good.
Yeah.
I don't know why they keep inviting me back to do this.
Worse quality, more
I
focused.
kind of feel like, I don't know, like I said, I only listened to half of the last one, but I kind of
should
felt like
listen
I
to the second
derailed
No.
a little bit.
It was
You
all
did, but
about
it was
the
great.
movie, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Listen,
good.
I think the second half was the better.
I
half.
decided before I came this time that I was going to drink less.
Boo.
Take a drink.
Woo!
Yeah, that one's gone. Put
Brandon
that
bought,
behind you.
Brandon bought more beer than usual to get you all fucked up, too.
Well, I bought more beer than usual because I don't
It's
know how
funny.
much he's drinking.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
funny because I swear, and I said this on the last podcast.
Yeah.
I said
It was a
Seth told me
miscommunication.
that it was a requirement that you be shit
It did, I
faced
remember
during
that.
this podcast.
Yeah.
It's probably something I mentioned in passing at a party. and
I
was,
think
like,
we were
embellishing,
probably both
yeah.
smashed at
I was
the
probably
time, and he was
blitzed,
like,
just-
"Oh yeah, we just get."
We get
fucking
so
hammered.
hammered. Yeah, just talking about me. Talking about myself.
He's like, "Really? It's just me and these guys are talking about
That's
the
the
movie."
protocol. Get
Yeah.
blitzed, yeah.
Yeah. I've never said that in my life. I don't know why I brought that out. But it felt good. It felt good to say I was blitzed. I feel cool a little bit.
Was that at my Halloween party,
It wasn't the Halloween party?
or was it
'Cause you were-
JD's Halloween party?
Which one was it? I don't even. It might have been neither of them.
Yeah,
Because I think you were on before that. Like
Before
September?
Halloween. Nope. It
Yeah, I
was
was in-
early
I was-
November.
I was
Second week of
November.
November.
That's after.
Yeah,
Halloween.
that's two. I was November 14th last year.
That's after Halloween, Brandon.
I know. That's what I said.
You said
No, you said
before.
before. But that's
Oh, I
okay.
meant after.
He
I
meant
was saying
after.
early November.
That's what he said, but we knew what he meant.
That's true.
Lucas-
Well, I was actually confused.
He's getting the pizzazz.
He's eating
Oh, he's
pizza
there.
off screen.
Well, back to the movie.
No.
I thought Uncle
That's
Boonmee was
pizza.
dead here because Auntie Jen walking
You thought he was dead
downstairs.
every scene.
Pretty much. She's walking downstairs and she's stepping on bugs deliberately, killing them. And she walks by what looked like to be a little shrine for
Yeah.
Boonmee, but she's passed out in the bed while Hui watches her sleep and then just apparates away.
Hey-o.
Yeah, she disappears as kind of sneakily as she like faded in the first
Yeah.
scene, you know, because I was watching her and I was like, oh,
Oh,
you know,
she's
like,
gone.
Oh yeah, and there she is. She's gone.
And
Yeah,
It's part of the slow filmmaking too.
yeah. I think that the long shots on the scenes, especially when there's no dialogue or any talking or any lines or anything, really gives some semblance as to those 5 different kind of movie making situations
Styles.
that the producer
Yeah.
went through.
Well,
Yeah, it's telling.
they're working the farm now. Jai tells Jen that he is leaving the farm to go be with a woman in the city in Louth. And Boonmee's still alive. He's running the tamarind honey farm. And him and Jen are eating honey straight from the hive. Like, no bee suits, no
Scraping it
smoke.
off
Yeah,
the
they
little
don't give
panels.
a shit.
They want to get stung. It's the
Yeah.
only bugs that they're not mad about.
Yeah, and the ones that you
Weird.
most often use smoke to get rid of or to dull.
Yep, no
don't.
smoking this.
Wow.
time. Interesting take.
I mean, Boonmee's always pretty conscientious
Wait.
about keeping
Yeah,
the
I feel
bugs
like-
alive.
Yeah, I feel like Boonmee is a very conscious
He's a member
man.
of PETA.
And Jai
I
is
would say
too,
so.
because when the ant is in the temple of the house or whatever, Jai's like, "Hey, you're stepping on all the bugs,"
Was that Jai
He's
or
like-
was that
or is that Tong?
or was
That
that
was
Tong?
Tong.
I think that was Tong.
Okay, so Tong at least has them.
Yeah,
too.
Tong has some.
It
sort
makes
of-
sense for Tong.
Yeah.
Also,
When he's
Lucas,
later-
did you notice the sink with no pipes just next to his little hut?
Yeah, it's like out under
I did,
a
yeah.
pergola or something, and it's just like a sink with no plumbing at all that goes to.
He's
nowhere.
working on it. He was still
Yeah,
setting it
he's
up.
getting it done. Yeah. Well, you know,
It's on the to-do list.
kidney cancer kind of gets in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My next note is just a puppy. And I was like,
was,
is that
yeah.
Boonmee?
Yeah,
It
the
was
next scene, the dog. running
Jen's
around.
playing with a puppy out there on the farm, and
Feeds it.
Boonmee believes
Yeah.
his kidney disease is karma for his bad actions in the past of killing commies and bugs.
Yep.
That's like, and that stuck out with me from the first time I watched it too. But that's like such a telling and sweet. Hi, Ginger. Telling and sweet part of Boonmee's character and heart is he's like I don't know, I really did kill a lot of bugs. Like he feels really truly bad about it, which I like. Oh, what a sweet guy, right? Deep down. even
kinda
though he
missed
did
that
kill
part.
them
I
and
think-
communists.
Yeah, I think when I first saw that part, my main focus was trying to figure out what war Boonmee was a part of.
Yeah, I think it's the suppression of communists in Thailand and that area.
Yeah, that's what I was.
After-
I was trying
yeah.
to figure out if there was like a
Not even a war.
mainstream kind of coverage of this war at a certain point, like throughout history.
I don't think so as far as
It's-
American
it's-
history goes.
Right.
It's in the 60s and 70s, like after the Vietnamese War, once communism had been wrested control from a lot of the countries down there, it was like death squads, like let's kill all the communists.
So you think the war that they were referring to was 60s, 70s era?
Of the government reclaiming the capitalist government reclaiming
Thailand.
power, and him
Yeah.
exterminating communists. I believe in that. I've done a little bit of digging into this film. I believe that's kind of what he's after.
That's kind of what I was doing research on in the middle of the film, but trying not to miss the film. Was like, oh, okay, like what conflict was this referring to?
Yeah, some heavy stuff, guys.
So there's a long scene of him sitting in the hut doing the dialysis, and it's just him breathing. And we're like, when's it gonna stop? When's it gonna stop?
I was like,
When is he gonna recall his past lives?
Tension.
Let's go.
He's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine, unfortunately.
And Lucas, we're gonna need your input here because this next scene is a woman with her face covered being carried through the woods.
Oh yeah.
She's a princess fondling the hair and shoulder of one of the guys that is carrying her after he started staring at her. And the princess ends up at a waterfall, like watering hole, and looks in the water, and her reflection is much younger than her actual face.
And her real face is supposedly scarred and
crater
made to
face,
look ugly. Yeah,
butterface, everything looks good.
pizza
Butterface.
face,
banging body.
Yeah,
Her face kept changing throughout it.
It did.
Even when she was in the
I kind of felt so
carriage.
too.
Yeah. When it was like, I mean, it was a mask covering the bottom half, but you could still tell she was
Yeah,
younger.
she reminded me of.
We've
We've
Nina.
lived through COVID. We
talked
know what
about that.
people with masks, what their face
Reminded
looks
me of
like.
me. Everybody looks like they're from Thailand from the eyes up.
That's true. They have the same
Yeah.
kind of facial bone structure.
We all
in the
look like this.
cheekbone. I would say a lot of people think white people look the same too.
Oh yeah,
though.
I mean we do. Look at Brandon. and
Except
me.
for us three.
Yes.
Except for us three, yeah,
This is a
we're
bad
very
example.
different.
I mean, because you and Lucas do have some similarities. I don't think anybody's mistaking like me and Lucas.
No, probably not. Are
For
you
me
guys
and Brandon.
brothers? Look at
Me
you
and
Brandon is
brothers.
Latinx too. Brandon's
That's true.
Latinx.
Also, isn't Latinx like horrible to say to somebody who's actually Latino too? Like they hate it.
No, I
They
mean,
hate it so
I
much.
bet they do. but-
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah. They're like, it's just Latino and Latina.
Well, it's the same thing when you like. I'm from Texas, and you go to like Mexican people's house in Texas when they cook dinner,
yeah.
and you're like, "Oh, this is Tex-Mex," and they're like, "No, this is Mexican food," and you're like, oh, "Okay, bud, right."
My bad, my bad. But it is Mexican in Texas, right?
It's
Yeah.
funny because there's the
I like this. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Mexican restaurant in Missoula called the Camino,
Mhm.
and like it was like a margarita bar kind of
Right.
like street taco, like
Yeah.
true Mexican thing. And Devon's like, "Oh, I love real Mexican." So he went there with his then wife Julia, and he told me how it was. He's like, "It was bad. It wasn't like Mexican at all. It was like there was like fruity salsas and like."
Mm.
He's like, it wasn't cheesy
Once
and
you go to the
saucy.
gas station that serves tortas, do you know like you're in the real Mexican area?
Well, and he was
you
like,
know?
it wasn't like cheesy and saucy. He was like, you're talking Tex-Mex.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, that's what I like. I was like, well, then no wonder you didn't like Camino, because that was like more true Mexican. He's like, there's like a
Right.
pineapple jalapeno sauce. I was like, yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
Mexican.
great.
Pineapple habanero. Bam.
Yeah, that's Mexican.
Let's
You still
see.
working there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop by and see you.
Oh, his food's so good still, dude.
He's cooking now.
We
I
got
know, he was cooking there
enchiladas.
last time. The last time I went though,
I'm always cooking. when you
Via
guys come to visit.
enchilada.
I went 2 years ago with JD, and I got like 2 tacos for like $16, and I was really disappointed. I was like, "What's going on here, man? I think I just got like highway
Got
robbed."
scammed. You got to get the carnitas tacos.
So good. I'll hook him up fat for you.
I bet.
I
Yeah,
got
I'll have to
you.
come back through.
Let's get into the movie.
So,
Sorry, Lucas.
so this
You're
woman,
good.
her and the carrier
No.
boy end up kissing the princess.
I'm gonna kiss.
And but she pushes him away. She's like, nah. When she thinks that he wants the woman in the reflection and not her. And so she's singing and crying at the water's edge when a fish just starts talking to her, just a catfish in there.
We didn't realize it was a fish.
Yeah,
for a
that's a
while.
catfish.
Remember that?
I thought the water had lips and it was like opening and closing.
I thought
and
it was a
talking.
dude like bobbing in the
I
water.
thought
Like
it
a
was
talking
like
cat
balding
situation.
head
Yeah,
coming
that's
out of the
what-
water.
I thought they're just separating the water.
So
No, it is, and I think it's important to note it's the same. It's Boonmee's voice, is it not? Right?
That
It is Boonmee's voice.
Yes,
The
that's
voice
what
of
I
the
get.
catfish.
Boonmee.
Sounded like it.
Boonmee's past
Yeah.
life.
Hard to tell
Getting in
without
them
knowing.
guts.
We'll just,
Sorry.
no, you could.
Yeah, the fish seduces the woman.
yeah,
Gets her
it
out.
talks to her in there. It's like gets her to come into the water, so she wades in. He's like, "There's nothing to be
Meanwhile,
worried
I'm a
about
fish."
because she has more than any other woman could imagine." But she's so concentrated on her looks that he conjured in the reflection. So she wades in the water. She like drops all of her jewelry
Yep,
as
all
an
her
offering.
costume jewelry. She's like, I offer this to you.
And she's like, "Fish, turn me white." And we're like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you laugh at?
Seth, what are you
That's a
laughing at?
dumb joke. In my head, I'm tired of being Chinese. It's wading into the water, like begging for the fish god to turn you into a white person. And
It's an odd sequence.
And it's Thailand.
What's funnier, that
that?
or the last Airbender when he's like, "See your gods now," just starts stabbing a fish in a bag.
Or when they all stand just drown him to death and he goes limp.
On the bridge.
Gotta get back
They
to
put
the...
him in the water bubble. This is a kid's show.
We got okay. I'm good.
But
Y'all are
what was
booting
funny,
me.
your fish moment?
It was a funnier fish moment. My own joke I'm laughing at more. I mean, like I'm tired of being Chinese. But yeah,
And
it's pretty
then
funny to stab a
fish
fish in a
See
bag.
your
Perform
god
some-
now.
Some pretty passionate cunnilingus on.
Yeah,
On the
that's kind of
princess.
what I was thinking.
The fish
was
swam
oral
into her pussy.
by the fish. Do fish have tongues?
Yes.
Are they attached like ours? Like, are they, or can they move freely?
Yes.
It's
yes.
a
That's
catfish,
the
so
answer,
they
bro.
have good suction abilities. I think the question is because
Oh,
after this,
bars.
the scene ends, right? Once we see this,
Yeah, so it fucks her. Now she's a fish too.
I think she turned into a fish.
They were both
Okay.
fish.
Which says something about white people, I think. That we're all
fish.
so I think that might be my read.
Bars.
My read, and this could be a couple different ways, different reads on this, and that might be the part of the nuance of the movie. Is that Boonmee in his past life as a fish performed a noble act by like giving this lady self-esteem or true love or whatever by seducing her and being like,
giving her an
ugly
orgasm.
lady,
Give her
I'll
that
give
tongue.
you an orgasm and a husband or whatever. Or conversely, and then that's why like he got to turn into a person and got to be like a successful business owner or whatever. Or conversely,
That's interesting.
on the same token, it could be Boonmee performed a devious act by seducing this human woman and turning her into a fish, like taking her from her princess life, turning her into a fish. That's a bad thing.
Well,
He did it all
and-
for lust and sex, and then that's why he's got kidney failure as a human in his next life.
Well, and you think back to Boonmee saying about all the bad things he's done in his life and how he deserves this, you know, like maybe
That's-
that is one of the things that he did that he is.
It all
feeling some
adds into the
remorse about.
karmic profile, I think.
I think karma is a big thing to mention potentially here, with
course.
the director or the producer of the movie and being where they're from and the location.
And the idea of reincarnation.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely a big idea to concentrate on
think-
when you're viewing the movie. And the
Those are my two
cinematography.
I have to watch
reads of it,
again
both
at some point.
karmically based. Those are my two reads of the fish scene.
Based.
Okay. Well, after a
like
bunch of
that.
long water
makes sense.
shots of them turning into fish together, Jen sitting at the dining table, killing so many bugs with her zapper.
Oh, she's getting after it.
Yeah.
She was good.
That was kind of
Go on.
mean
Yes.
to have the bug zapper shaped like a bug.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, there was like a little picture of a
missed that.
fly on the like it's one of those electric ones that you
Oh,
catch.
yeah.
in
Yeah,
the meshing.
the lining inside of it was shaped like a
It's-
fly.
I think it's interesting because it's clearly framed, right? After all these conversations about it all, that this is like she's being a fucking killer, right? Doing all
Yes.
this
Yeah.
shit. Like it's not like if any other movie you see someone zapping bugs, you're like whatever, and now it's just like no, jeez, fucking
Yeah.
bitch.
Well, it makes
Right.
you wonder what she's going to be in her next life because she's clearly on this path right now. If she was born with one short leg like that,
Oh
this
yeah.
is already a punishment
The
she's
next
getting.
one.
Now that I think,
If that's how, yeah.
because like he can recall his
She's
past
born
lives,
with
but
a short
if
dick next time.
I mean, maybe bigger read, bigger philosophical read of the movie. She might be emblematic
Uncle
of the
Boonmee.
larger portion of society who's causing this next wave of destruction and the past lives disappearing. Because like that's like Boonmee's vision. Remember at the
Yeah.
end of the movie that of like a world in despair, and that's the karma that it wrought on him. I think she's kind of emblematic of that. Like she's even like a supposed Buddhist in this world is killing bugs and being shitty and
yeah,
living in the city, and I don't know.
killing bugs, just watching television, kind of zoning out a lot of the time, you know,
Yeah.
copping out, and yeah, I mean at the end, kind of a spoiler, but like not really caring about
Hates immigrants.
The-
Not the great. Yeah.
Yeah,
immigrants,
she
not caring
fucking
about being a
hated
monk, you
immigrants.
know?
Really hated illegal aliens.
Yeah, the revoking monkship. That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
Monkship is funny.
I
Go-
forget about that whole part of the movie. Honestly, it was so
wild.
different than
so
It felt like a real movie.
yeah.
Ghost Hui is hooking Boonmee up to the dialysis, and he says his feeling of dying is like a presentation he has to give in school, and he's embracing Hawaii. He's not sure if he's scared or excited to die and move on in life, and maybe that's his inner conflict of his own actions in this life. And he says that he was so embarrassed to see Hui appear out of thin air in the middle of the night because he's old and wrinkly now. It's like, that's not your fault.
That's
You're
sweet though.
aged. Yeah, it is.
I mean, I kind of think back to like my first presentations in school, and let me give you some insight. Coach Pickett was my health teacher in 7th grade.
Kenny Pickett.
His first name was Ken. He doesn't play for the Steelers or
Right.
anything like that.
But he could have.
He could have potentially in a past life. Uncle Boonmee's recalling his
Uncle
past lives.
Boonmee style.
But
Coach Pickett.
yeah,
Recalling his
Coach
past lives.
Pickett put us all of us boys in 7th grade on blast when it came to our random erections that we would get. Well, anyway, I was given a presentation in my health class. He had already put us out, 7th grade boys, on how, to the class, aging boys coming through puberty can get, random erections or whatever. But I was given a presentation during his health class, and I unfortunately got an erection
Like
right in the middle of class.
In the middle of it.
Yeah.
Who was the girl in the front row?
Yeah.
It was actually
swanging them things up
few
there.
girls in the front row.
No, sure.
But now that I'm
Couple of
over
Latino
18,
So you
I don't even wanna think
empathize.
about that.
You empathize with Boonmee's fear of
Embarrassment.
mortality.
Oh
and
yeah, his fear of
cruel
mortality really
presentations.
related. Yeah, and came across then.
Sorry to like continue with this tangent a little bit, but it reminds me of when I was in 6th grade. We watched the sex ed
Miracle
stuff for the
of
first
Life?
time. No. We did that. I think freshman year of high school is the first time I ever saw that. But we're talking about the like sex ed stuff, like
Yeah.
penises and vaginas for the
Right.
first time, and like every boy in class just laughing at the thing because it's like this is a penis, and everyone's just
Yeah.
you know.
You
That's
open the
weird.
health textbook and it's a penis going into a vagina
Yeah,
or something.
like
Yeah.
11. That's hilarious. But we lost a week of recess because we were laughing too hard at the sex ed videos.
Mhm.
So we had to we still get to go outside for recess, but they were like, all right, you guys all line up on the fence. But my friend Johnny Corkish never got his permission slip signed because his parents wanted to tell him about it themselves.
Corkish sounds like him.
Yeah.
Fucking nerd.
He is a fucking nerd. I love that dude. But yeah, he didn't get it signed, so he was the only guy that wasn't in the room laughing. So he was the only boy, because all the girls still got to go to recess. All the boys just lined up on the fence because we laughed at penises. And Johnny Corkish was the only one that wasn't there, so he get to like hang out. He's like with the girls, but he's too nervous to talk to any of them. So he'd come talk to us and be like, "Hey, I don't understand any of this." He's just like hanging out, chill with us, and they'd be like, "Hey, don't talk to those boys. They're on the fence because they laughed at penises." Then they're 11. Like a wild thing.
Sorry to continue on this tangent. But you mentioned The Miracle of Life in 9th grade.
You did.
No, I mentioned it. You said we watched it in 9th grade.
True.
So I watched it in 9th grade, but at Riverside Middle School, in Mr. Kerno's class in 8th grade, he made us watch the childbirth scene twice because we were in there. We watched it through the first time, but Jesse Naranjo, when we were watching
Shout
it
out
the first
Jesse.
time, shout out Jesse.
Shout out.
He was like, "Look at the bush on that woman. You need to take a weed whacker to that shit." And Mr. Kerno was
Amen.
like, "Jesse." So then he's like, "You know
Definitely
what?
made
You gotta
in the
watch
70s.
it again."
Definitely made in the 70s.
So, so I watched that 3 times.
Okay.
Lucas,
fair
you got
enough,
any
fair enough.
stories?
Nope.
He went to
Nope.
Montessori.
That's right. He's
Yeah.
more accepting than all of us.
Mhm.
Probably for real.
So after all of that,
He nodded at me.
and being embarrassed about being wrinkly and the thoughts of the afterlife, Seth started crying over here because he was thinking about Sir Anthony
did start
Hopkins
crying.
Oh yeah. I
getting
was-
blown up by a transformer out of nowhere. He's like, Sir Anthony Hopkins got hit by a missile.
Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking about that, but I was.
Yeah, you could drink that.
But yeah, I was
One
not
small
important, but I
drink.
was laughing about
Not a
it.
big one.
But where did that come from?
I don't know. It just popped in my head. I think I was thinking about scrolling on Twitter and how somebody had posted the video and be like, why does the aspect ratio change for half a second only when he gets blown up? And why are they blowing up this guy who's been knighted in the UK and is like an Oscar winner?
That's rough.
There you go.
Thanks.
And the gold shit, too.
Well, Boonmee tells Jen it's his time to go, but she thinks he's gone mad now and won't accept his last few possessions. So the family takes a hike at dusk. They're
Yeah.
wandering through, just trekking the Lewis and Clark caverns, basically, with twinkling rocks around. And I loved this shot of the moon and the clouds breaking through a hole in the cave to light up the darkness.
There are some pretty stunning cave shots.
Just a rainbow
Yeah, I feel
in
like
the
you could
dark.
tell that it was an actual cave because I feel like the cinematography changed
Yeah,
when it
I
went from open field view to
It
kind of
did.
like enclosed, kind of more handheld.
the
kind of
camera.
view.
Yeah, the camera had started to move a little bit, which it hasn't really at all in the movie.
Right.
Which starts to ramp, which has the effect, I think, of ramping the movie up.
Exactly. Kind of gives you that adrenaline, kind of starts pushing it towards like, oh, this is
Yeah.
real life more.
Which you would
than-
expect to be then like a
Goo.
climax of movement and action, right? If it's leading up to that. So
Yeah, exactly. This was another one of the effects in the movie where I said the sound effect guy does a good job, I think,
Yeah.
of adding suspense to the movie.
yeah, I agree. What happened to Brandon?
I'm trying to get.
He's doing some bullshit on his phone.
Hold
Trying
up.
to be cool.
He's doing some bullshit with his phone. I'm taking a picture.
Do it.
I'm trying to get my phone connected to the Bluetooth on these because it's about to die, which means I won't be able to hear Lucas.
Your phone's about to die?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
it's at 2% so that I could plug it in, but it's not connecting to the Bluetooth. Unsuccessful? What the fuck, you bitch?
Just turn it off and back on.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. That's a good idea. What's the next part? Do you want me to take over for a minute?
Yes,
Go for
please. So after crying and the hikes, you get the good shot. The next one says Boonmee to start.
Shaman Clouds. Boonmee becomes introspective and maybe blind as a ghost monkey
Yes.
watches him through the darkness.
A family of
when he's-
ghost monkeys.
Yeah. A lot of, like 4 of them. But this is when he's kind of rambling. He's like, I remember Robert laughing about this part. He's like, is it dark or are my eyes closed? I can't tell. He was like, I just open your eyes.
Yeah, Boonmee.
Yeah. And he starts to think about his past lives, but he can't recall them. This is another part. I booed at this part because I was like, I've been waiting an hour and a half for this guy to recall his lives. And he's like
You
finally
can't do
thinking
it.
about his past lives. He's like, but I can't recall them. This, no! Like, screamed.
He knows he was born in this cave, he says.
Did he say that? I missed a lot of the dialogue in this part, and there was another part that I think it was just mostly this part, yeah.
Yeah, he says he was born. I remember being born in this cave, but I don't remember like what I was or what happened or whatever. He's
Okay.
like, but I know I was born here.
That's good information. I wonder if
And
it's
then, yeah,
like ashes to ashes kind of thing. Like you're
I
born
think
as
so.
dust, you return to dust.
I
Like
think so.
this cave could be any cave kind of thing.
Maybe.
Hey, I have these
And then-
Beats headphones over here that have mics on them too that are charged. If you want them.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna figure this
And
out.
then he has like some visions of the future, right?
He said it was visions of the future, but it like they, I don't know.
Wait, what part are we
He
on
kind
right
of
now?
switched between. So we're at the part where he's like kind of dying in the cave, talking
Right.
about he can't see because it's dark, and it cuts to a still frame of somebody walking it says
ghost
Boon
monkey.
Song in the notes, but I don't know if it was Boon Song. It was just a ghost monkey on a leash.
This is
Freak
kind
on
of
the
where
leash.
I
This was
started to notice the
intense.
continuity issues
It
with
was intense.
the ghost monkeys.
Oh, what?
So the ghost monkeys in the first scene when Boon Song shows up, we already obviously discussed how he kind of looks like the guy from
looks hairy.
Hairiest
very
man
hairy
ever.
on his face and stuff like that. Once you get to this point in the movie and you start looking at still frame pictures of the ghost monkey, he no longer has hair on his face or red eyes.
I think I don't and this is like the trippiest part of the movie, obviously. I think this is like
The
someone
documentary part of it?
the slideshows. I think this is
Yeah.
like a ghost monkey outfit. I think this is someone making fun of the idea of the ghost monkey. I think in the future, whatever, they may know of the ghost monkey, and this is someone like they killed the ghost monkey, they killed all the past spirits. This is them making fun of that fact because he's like hanging with his boys. He's like, you
Mhm.
know, he's like having
Yeah,
a
we all
leash,
took a
like,
good
in pretty-
picture of that one.
a demeaning look of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is obviously very trippy. I don't know what you guys have your interpretation of this slideshow vision of the future.
I thought I had interpretation until I saw him chilling with everybody, like his arms around him.
Yeah.
I had no idea what to think at that point.
So get this straight, Lucas. You thought interpretation of the future?
I'm still working on it now. Yeah, I think this is Boonmee being like, I see what humanity's the path we're heading down for, because this is like his monologue over the top of it.
Yeah, well, I could see that because he did say explicitly he was talking about the future, but there was some kind of vague dialogue later on where he's like,
Of the
You know, the
past,
light
I
of-
thought.
it was like the light of the past reflects through my own eyes, and I can see
Yeah,
into the future.
sure.
But if he's recalling a past life, he's just seeing himself dying right now is the future. So this could be the past he's looking at.
That was
and the
my
future is
first
him
thought.
right now.
Was it was the past
Goddamn.
Yeah.
because it was one of his past lives.
Yeah.
Was my thought.
But
you know.
Lucas,
Could-
you're right though. He did say he was seeing the future explicitly.
recall
But if
that
he's
as well.
recalling a past life, then the future's just now. So I don't know what to think about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it kind of gets mind twisted.
Pretzels,
Yeah.
it does.
Well, and the reason I think it's past more so in the future is that, I mean, not that there won't be wars in the future, but he, was talking about being in the war.
Previously, yeah,
Yeah.
about killing
Guys in
commies
the
and
camo
whatnot. That's
uniforms and
that's
everything.
why I thought also that it was a flashback
Yeah.
to.
And I thought, the guy
Yeah.
is just somebody else that, lusted after something, and he was just a different kind of ghost monkey,
Interesting. I thought that it was pretty clearly like a human in a ghost monkey costume, though. Too was my interpretation of that, because
I didn't
it's
interpret
obviously
it that
not the
way
same,
at
yeah.
all.
yeah, and it was like
Not the
it was like a
same.
plastic mask of the ghost monkey face.
I noticed that. I did notice that. That's why I wrote it down.
And
that
that
the
was, like, I think-
continuity of the.
Like, I
ghost
think they're
monkeys were
making
different.
fun of the idea that we exterminated the ghost monkey in the future. That was my interpretation. This is like
Is
a
he a
demonic
POW,
vision.
you think, in that first still frame? Do you think that's like a prisoner of war they've taken? And like,
I
he's
think
a
they're
ghost
making
monkey,
fun
but-
of that idea. Yeah, I think they're like, we got the last of them and we killed them all.
You think so?
And this is like this is like a
why is he
funny
chilling with them?
recreation. Because it's like funny that like it's.
But
like
if
a victim,
if he's
it's
a
like-
ghost
it's-
monkey though in the
and
past life,
honestly-
and he's one of his past lives, why is he chilling? And why does he
Well-
not know who Boon Song is?
So you think it's not a ghost monkey? Like you're saying, it's straight up.
No,
it's
I
a
think
guy
it's
in a
like,
monkey costume.
honestly, what I got the vibes of. It's like a very demonic vision. I think it got vibes of like the Guantanamo Bay pictures when they would like fucking dress. Those
I
dudes up and do
definitely,
shit
I
like that to them. That's what
definitely
I
felt
thought.
that vibe when it first came up, and I was like, "Huh, I wonder if this is parody or if it is."
I think that's like
so
like what I'm
dark,
talking about, like
you know?
those
Yeah.
horrific U.S. guards taking pictures of them like eating shit and stuff like that at Guantanamo Bay.
God damn. I didn't
Shit
even look at
sandwich.
those. It's
Who farted?
It makes the interpretation of the ghost monkeys more
You smell
literal than like allegorical, as I was interpreting it throughout the film.
I mean,
I guess it could still be alluding to some like
Yeah, I'm
erasure
sure-
of some kind.
This whole slideshow of and none of it's
Pictures.
moving. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
It's
All the
very
still
arresting,
frames
very-
kind of, yeah.
This is the
threw me off.
documentary looking shit to me.
Yeah,
very
I thought so too.
mind-boggling. It's interesting. We both had pretty strong interpretations of it.
Well,
I love
eventually,
pretending to be smart.
Boonmee's definitely dying now. They're in this cave. Hui releases the clamp on his little port, and out flows all the liquid from his kidneys. 5 ghost monkeys watch in darkness and silence, and it's morning, and Tong is climbing out of a cave.
Yeah.
Jen wakes up.
And Boonmee's definitely
Boonmee's dead next to her.
Yeah.
We never saw him actually be dead, so we're not sure.
Well,
I just saw a bunch of like a puddle around him.
I
and
don't
his-
know. I know
Yeah.
Jen wakes up and
Tong.
freaking
Even
Tong is
limps as
just
she's
leaving.
crawling.
Tong is just
That's
like, hey,
gone.
you guys are
It's not enough.
yo-yo, you're on your own.
He goes to find God
yeah,
or some version of him.
climbs out of the cave.
And they end up having a funeral for Boonmee
Plato style.
as insects just screech, which I thought was a pretty good point about the killing the insects and how the sound of them is very present within his own funeral.
I
Mm.
never even thought about that
What
until after
screech?
you said so.
It was just like,
A lot of insect noises.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the cicadas and shit.
Yeah.
I was just listening to the fucking monks dropping bars.
monks were dropping bars. We're like, oh,
Yeah, that's what I was listening to the whole time
They
too.
were
Was the,
killing it, dude.
And
Well, you never
Tong,
see his face on the coffin either. So you
no,
well, his 9
It's-
foot long body.
heavily imply, yeah, that's right. Heavily implied that it's Boonmee in the casket.
Yeah.
That's like lit up like the Vegas Strip, but
Yeah,
you
it
never
got
see
lit
for
up in there
sure. I
like
feel that's
Campo
important to
Verde
say.
on freaking
His
Christmas
body,
Eve.
To go see
maybe.
it.
Yeah.
well, Tong is a monk, and he checks his BlackBerry in bed, and he can't fall asleep. And you're like, whoa, that's not monk-like.
So, yeah, that was my first kind of question as to when this film was set.
Taking place.
Yeah.
I mean, they have like homemade dialysis machines, but the rest of it is like could be like 1920s or whatever. Yeah.
Well, you do see a box set television in one of the
Yeah,
scenes,
that's true.
you know, that I was kind of like, all right, 60s, maybe 70s,
Yeah.
you know. But after seeing the BlackBerry, I was like, this has got to be like 2010s. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And he's
Modern times.
tossing and turning. He's probably scrolling social media
Yeah,
or something.
definitely on like
And
MySpace.
Jen and Room, a helper, are counting the money from the funeral.
Yep.
And they're thinking about making maybe up a book for Boonmee if he had enough money in his own bank account for a story of his life. When Tong comes in to visit Jen and Room in the hotel room, he's not supposed to be there. He's not supposed to be interacting, talking, nothing
Not a very
like
good
that.
monk.
But he comes in to take a shower and then dresses in like normal clothes, like blue jeans and a graphic
Boxers.
tee,
Loose boxers, no,
Just changed in front of him.
yeah,
loincloth.
no
Ants was
briefs,
trying to
no
peek.
briefs, loose boxers.
Odd for a monk.
And
Yeah,
he ends up asking them, he's like, I want to go eat. I've revoked my monkhood. So Jen's like, I'll go eat with you. But Tong starts to stare blankly as he gets ready to eat. And he stares at his own self, Jen, and Room on the bed watching the news on that television.
Weird
and-
shit.
I don't have an
Yeah.
interpretation for this, but I was like, oh shit. I got hyped about it.
Freaked everybody out.
yeah, I kind of got hyped about it too. I think maybe only because you got so hyped about it. But I was like, what the hell is going
Felt the
on?
energy
You
of
The
it.
know?
hype
Like, yeah, I was
spread.
like, oh shit, it was a hype train, honestly.
Yeah.
I think-
was, like, losing it.
Only thing I got, and it could be wrong because this is a fucking trippy ass movie in a different language and shit on a different level of esoteric. But I interpret it as like he revoked his monkhood. He leaves. One version is him, like the non-spiritual spiritual version. That's the ending we get, and the other one is like that soul spirituality is still stuck back at the hotel.
Well, I
It's a
think he
different
left
story.
his. I think he left his old bug self behind and metamorphosized with his
I like
mother
that.
into like some sort of butterfly. You know, beyond
Ooh.
monkhood.
Some sort of new,
Fuck.
new man. Brilliant.
the fuck, dude? Every day.
He
Every
keeps
time.
doing it. He did it again.
Did it again.
I love it.
Dream.
But the ending, regardless of
To bugs.
interpretation, I think is incredible.
I
Yeah.
thought it was a good movie. You know, I don't know what the ratings were
Well, we'll get there.
yet, but
gonna
I
guess.
do.
What
I
about the
don't either
diner?
because I wrote this 19 months ago.
19 months ago.
But Tong and Jen end up at a restaurant figuring out if they're gonna do like karaoke as Arachnophobia by Penguin Villa plays. And then it cuts back to them watching the news on the bed and cuts to black. And that is the
Unbelievable
end.
needle drop.
Yeah. Of Uncle Boonmee, who can recall his past lives.
That song was a banger.
It was, and it's so unbelievably out of place in this meditative, slow cinema movie.
Almost like Tong is out of place in the world from where he was originally.
Correct? Sure. Bingo.
Yeah, I don't know.
You think you're Robert trying to analyze this film? Shut up.
I don't know.
Nobody can be Robert, okay?
I want to flash back to the tamarind fields because
Eating cheese.
one of, and I'm sure you know, having come from like a Latino background, you know, the tamarind candies when it comes to Mexican candies.
They're big.
I don't actually.
You don't?
Yeah.
I know,
like the push ones that the freaking
I think you're thinking of
tamarind comes out.
Flintstones ice cream push pops.
No.
The big
You're
one that I know
thinking
from like
of-
Mexican candies is like the Vero mango thing, where it's a dried mango
Horchata.
and covered in chili powder. Oh yeah, I know that thing.
Yes, that's tamarind flavored.
Oh
Yes. So the pelon
you got this.
pelo rico,
Yeah.
the tamarind flavored candy that's Mexican. That is what brought me to the familiarity of tamarind, the tamarind farm that they had going on. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
what is tamarind? You know, like where do I know that from?
I knew it because of
Mexican
Armando,
candy,
too.
yeah.
It's a connection text to world.
Well,
I love it.
that's the end of the movie. We're gonna get into some course.
Nah,
probably take
we'll
a
see you guys
break.
later. I'll just end it.
Let's take a break right quick.
I'm gonna hit stop. Brandon, what button do I hit? Pause.
Stop.
Do I hit stop or pause?
Stop.
Stop.
And break.
I hit pause.
You have a different thing. He doesn't record on Audacity.
He doesn't?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that. I keep wanting to look at your text. I don't want to see it. I'm just tired of that fucking bubble. All right, what do we do now?
We're waiting on him to get his new recording up.
Okay.
It has to process.
Why wouldn't we just do Audacity?
Huh?
It's not available on Chromebook anymore.
Cringe.
Yeah.
And he tried turning it off and turning it back on.
No.
Did you unplug it and plug it back in?
I did.
Ah,
and everything failed.
Fuck.
I hate
Oh,
it.
I actually
Isn't that
lost
the
my
worst?
job when that happened.
Damn. And now he's
Yeah.
teaching Spanish at an English school.
It's the worst.
You think he's teaching
No,
English
he's-
at a Spanish school right now?
Now he's eating
Other words.
tamarind
See,
in a Spanish school.
Si, senor.
you know what I miss? Addictinggames.com.
Dude,
That shit rocked.
Don't even know.
I went to andysgames.org actually.
Kitten Cannon?
Yeah, I played the same games just on a different website. But
Mini clip.
I don't know
No.
that one.
You guys are
Bunny Invasion?
must
Armor
be
games.
older than me. How
Congregate.
old are you guys?
the ant
28.
I'm 27.
Oh, you're all my age. I guess I'm just not with it.
You never played? I forget what it's called. The ant.
I played the Scholastic stick figure game.
That's a good one. If I know which one you're talking about.
What
With
about
the castle and everything?
I'm ready.
Ah,
The Impossible
Maybe I should
Quiz?
have over here.
No, he was the
I'm
one
ready.
who jumped over the car and shit. You know?
What
I'm
about
ready,
the
I'm ready.
Impossible
Recording, and then
Quiz?
the Impossible Quiz I played a lot of. So what I hit play?
You're going to hit record,
Fuck. Fine.
Ready?
and we have to clap.
Oh, I accidentally hit it.
Stop it. Delete that. Double click.
I pressed.
And then hit delete. There you go.
Yeah, I hit the touchpad door with my finger. All right.
Ready?
All right. Bree. 2. Fun.
Play?
Play.
Oh well, it was such disjointed time. We have to redo that.
All right.
3.
Hold on.
No.
I'll be
One.
I'll be regular. I'll do it.
One.
I got this. All right. I'll be normal. Everything's gonna be fine. 1, 2, 3, play.
I told you not to fucking count down that way.
What did I do?
You messed everything up.
I did 1, 2, 3.
Fucked it up, Seth.
No, the first time you didn't.
Okay. First one, I kind of fucked it up a little bit as a goof.
He's
Lucas is like, oh, I messed everything up. We need to start over.
Did you
I
clap
liked
too?
it though.
Yeah, everybody clapped. All 4 of us clapped.
I actually have a quote.
I think mine was a
Whoa.
little late. Oh, you have a quote? I didn't get any quotes.
I have a
I
question.
fucked up.
I've been in my no quote era.
Yeah, and he's finally lifted the moratorium on it. I'm gonna keep
For
saying
one,
moratorium
'cause I
every
laughed
week
really
until
hard.
somebody texts me and tells me how cool it is.
I have 15 quotes.
Yeah, I have 2.
Jesus.
I like
have
it.
You guys
0.
just do your 3 combined, and I'll take everything else.
Lucas,
Sure.
you go first.
So my only one was from the aunt, and when Boonmee propositioned her to live at his place after his death, she goes, "How can you expect me to live here with these ghosts of these migrant workers?"
Yeah, I liked that one.
That was mine.
I laughed out loud.
That was one of your 2?
Yeah, well, I'd change the words hoping nobody would remember the words because it's funnier to me if you just say, "How can you expect me to live here with all these ghosts and immigrants?" That's basically what she's saying.
Yeah, I have illegal aliens on mine.
They said that at some point too. And then my only other quote is, "The soap is old style." After his shower.
Mm.
That's
Lemongrass.
also the name of. Look at the name of my notes, Lucas.
Uncle Poopy, recall your mom's pussy. Yeah.
Is it not backwards for you?
What? No, that's perfect.
It's backwards on my screen. That's so
He's
weird.
just super good at reading.
Yeah, I
backwards.
was about to
Oh, are
say,
you?
damn, he killed
No,
it.
I'm good. I can do that.
I
That's
was like, I
normal.
can't read a
Okay.
word with that.
I mean, I can, but not that fast. That's crazy.
I've got 15. A lot of them
15
are from
quotes.
us.
You should skip all
No.
of them except for
You
ours.
just skip all of them.
You should read ours.
First one, I took 4 from IMDb. I was surprised IMDb even had any.
I am PP.
No.
Sorry, but I am going to
am
use the
Boonmee.
bathroom.
The first one is from Boone Song. He just goes, I couldn't have experienced this if I hadn't mated with a monkey ghost. And I was like, writing this script in April of 2022. I was like, the fuck?
If I could
Did he just say?
As a negative, though, he
Um,
said it.
one better quote, actually. Huey says, heaven is overrated. There's nothing there. Ghosts don't attach to places. They attach to people.
Mm,
Good.
eye-opening.
I think that's
The eye
also
opener.
largely the idea behind A Ghost Story, David Lowery's movie.
Oh,
Ghosts are for
yes.
people, not for
Yeah.
places.
Boonmee goes, Jai, tell Buapan she's not needed tonight. And Jai's like, okay, but shall I come back? He's like, yes, of course. My kidney still needs you. And that's
Well,
before like any of the kidney failure stuff comes up. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah,
And that's
Uncle
also
Boonmee is very aware of his need for Uncle
For
Jai.
Jai.
Yeah.
Mm.
and it's also like very service worker, like, can I go home too? And they're like, no.
No.
I
Like,
thought
come
about
on.
this at the beginning of the movie when I was like, Boonmee knows that that I thought before anybody else in the movie knew that his kidney stuff was terminal, because he was like,
Yeah.
I need Jai here for my kidneys, like if I didn't have him, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
My last IMDb one, Princess goes, are you some kind of ghost? And the fish just goes, I'm not a ghost. I'm a catfish.
Yeah.
A fucking dog.
So when taking that one, just writing the script and not knowing what's going on, I was like, yeah,
What
you're
the
a
heck?
catfish.
Yeah,
Go
you are a
ahead.
catfish.
Next. Aren't you afraid of immigrants? They can rob you, kill you, and disappear.
That's Aunt Jen. I knew that one from the first scene.
And
And he's
really,
like,
anybody
yeah,
can rob you and
Laotians.
kill you.
Well, he's like, Laotians are harder workers than the Thai.
Yeah,
Why would
he's
they do
like,
that?
just like we are here. And I'm like, Mexicans work harder than white
Exactly.
people do. Like,
1,000%.
well, and then the next quote is about the Laotians because she goes, I thought you said Laotians are smelly.
Yeah, because she's like, you should date him.
yeah. She's like, I am single, but Laotians are smelly, so. Or
I'm trying to
Laotians.
see if there's any other non-us quotes. There's only one. So the soap one towards the end, and they just go, "That soap makes you smell like a tom yum soup," and Tong just goes, "I'm edible."
Well, I thought there was a tinge of sexuality in that one.
Yeah, I
because
said,
he's
"Stop
also
it,
like
step
rebuking
brother."
his-
No,
No,
you
that's-
didn't.
That's his sister.
No, you didn't, because the quote is, "What are you doing, step monk?" That was my next one.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty dirty.
All right, now just us quotes. This is from me after seeing a cow standing for a while. I was like, what if this is the whole
A
film?
me quote.
Yeah. I also thought that after multiple minutes of the cow in the first scene, I was like, I wonder how long this is going to go on.
Longer than I had planned.
Yeah, than I expected for sure.
One that we already said. Seth just goes, hey guys, how long has that ghost been there?
That just happened.
Yeah, we were all like, yeah, we noticed that too, but way too late.
I already said this one too, but I'm gonna say it again because it's so good. Is Boonmee that dog? I'm pretty sure he was that cow earlier, and Robert just goes, "That's what I thought too. I thought the cow escaping was him breaking the tethers of the physical world to explore the spiritual realm."
Absolutely.
Incredible.
Oh yeah, it
For
was
real, it's
definitely like
You dissect
some-
these films so much better than I do.
It was
I've been doing
very
this
good.
For a year
What
now.
I thought was foreshadowing, of the film. But it did get a little murky in the middle when it came to like Boonmee's past, quote unquote, past lives.
I don't think you were wrong though. I think
No.
you nailed it immediately.
Next one.
Yeah.
From Seth, he just goes, "Uncle Boonmee, who can jerk you off from across the room."
I like the dichotomy between these back-to-back quotes here.
Yes.
Is that right? Did I use dichotomy right?
Interconnectivity.
It's like in completely opposite, but it's part of the same thing.
The dichotomy.
Dichotomy.
Yes.
Next one is from me. I go, "Uncle Boonmee on the tracks."
You've quoted yourself 3 times.
Twice.
3.
Metro
Nope, there's a
Boonmee
third
going
one.
This is the
up.
3rd.
No, this is the third.
Then this is 4.
The other one where I said is Boonmee that dog, I'm not counting as me because that's all about him.
That's true. Okay, that's fair.
But this next one is also me. Boonmee goes, "It's time for me to go," and Jen goes, "Well, go where?" And I was like, "The store."
Yeah.
I laughed really hard.
It's like a pack
That's
of
fair.
cigarettes.
That one actually really got me.
Last one because we already did the "What are you doing, stepmonk?" Seth goes,
Oh no.
"You boon me, I boon you. You want to fuck on me?"
I did say it. In
No,
an
no.
accent.
You want to boon on me?
You boo me, I boo you. Bad, but I did it.
And that's the end of quotes.
Quotes.
Woo woo.
Which means we can get into ratings.
Movie.
And I don't know what these are. We're gonna start with Lukas.
How about we start
Are
with
you
thermometer? Okay. I'll say
This is critics.
Critics. Percentage.
90.
Even. Okay. Robert.
Are we going critics like is this an entity or is this like
It's all
no,
the
it's an
critics.
amalgamation
like-
of all the critics. yeah.
okay. You said what, Lucas? You said 90?
90.
I'm gonna go with 80.
That 90.
I'm gonna go with 75. Do they go in increments of 10 or 5? 75.
Yeah,
I'm
They
I'd
go in
say.
increments of one.
Percentage.
Okay, I'm gonna go 75.
Increments of 1. I'm gonna say 80.
That's it.
Yeah,
80.
I was stealing Lucas's joke.
I'm struggling here because I'm trying to decide if I want to go, and I'm not doing this because I'm doing this
81?
set above or below Lucas because I was right around 90 because I know it won the Palme d'Or, but it's Rotten Tomatoes.
That was my thing, was that if it was a certain entity like Rotten Tomatoes, I feel like it would be a little lower than what a conglomeration of critics would rate it.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go 87.
good guess.
That's why I said 75. So I don't wanna
Okay,
go
I'm gonna
lower.
cover up this right half because the thermometer's right there too.
Okay.
The winner today is Lukas,
Damn.
you were so close. It was at
89.
89.
Oh.
Ooh,
I was so close,
You should have
too.
You were
dunked it under
close.
me.
Alley oop.
Next,
Okay,
Rotten
I'm a champion.
Tomatoes
I'm a champion.
audience.
I'll go 1st
I'll go.
again.
Oh, okay.
The audience. Okay.
I'll say 77. I think maybe the slowness turned some people off.
I guess I'll go now. I'm gonna go 66. I think 2/3. Seth?
I'm gonna say 70. 73.
You
Robert.
said that Rotten Tomatoes critics was 79 or 89?
89.
Yes.
89. I'm
this is the
gonna
people.
go
people's.
81.
Okay. The winner today is me? Me. It's a 60%.
60.
Ooh,
Oh, they
people.
didn't like it as much, huh?
People are dumb.
They obviously
Seth,
aren't as smart as us.
you can
For
start.
real though, yeah.
IMDb Metascore out of 100
I can start.
Yeah,
I
go for it.
choose to defer.
to Robert.
I'll go first.
IMDb Metascore.
Let's go with
Like
the.
overall?
Let's go with the
I think this was out of
7.4.
100.
Out of
10.
100, Lucas.
Oh, out of 100.
Go
Same answer.
74.
74. Yeah.
Robert?
Makes sense. So out of 100. And who's judging this?
Critics.
Critics. Out of 100. 74, you said. I'm going to say, you said IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
86.
It's a good guess.
This is critics.
Yes, this is critics.
Would be out of 100.
IMDb critics. I know what their top 100 is because I
83.
look at it often.
That's a good guess.
I'm not going to go one below you. I'm going to
Do
go
it.
two.
Do it.
81.
81.
I hope it's 82.
I forget what I said. I think I
I
said
got to cover up the
86.
right side. The winner, I don't know who the winner today. It's an 87.
I said 86, I think.
I believe
It
it.
was Robert.
Dude, so
What?
close.
You viewers can rewind this probably about a
Don't do
minute
it.
and a half ago and
Don't
see
do
what I
it.
said.
He won.
But I think
It
I
says
said
that he
Got it.
86.
won.
We all seed. We all seed the election.
Well, and the cool thing about the end of this is that all of Brandon's points go to Robert since he's disqualified already.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he's
since he
eliminated.
knew everything
You
from
have
the
like
get.
double our scores.
Yeah, they call me 007.
And
They do.
audience score, IMDb out of 10, Seth.
Stop touching.
Audience score out of 10.
I'll go first. I'll go with a. I'll go with a 7.9.
7.1.
Oh, I'm gonna say
Oh, go
8.2.
That's a good bid. That's a good new bid.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
go
like
first
that.
every time from now on.
Interrupting. Yeah, I'll go first.
I'm going to do my same 6.6 for audience.
Wait.
7.1? 7.9? 8.2.
8.2 is what I said.
Disqualified.
The winner is me.
So
I
the
was
winner's Robert.
so close. It was a
He's
6.6.
He's
disqualified.
won
This is
every
so
fucking
fucked up,
time.
This is so fucked up.
He's
got
like,
three
I
disqualified.
just wrote this script 19 months
And one of them
ago,
was
and I
right.
only won everyone.
No, I got 4 of the 8, and one of them was right. So that's 5 points, which means he gets 5 plus the 2 he got. So he gets 7. Robert won.
I murked
That's
y'all.
almost
Hey,
a
good
large
job,
partial
Robert.
victory besides the time that Lucas got 1 billion points because I gambled all of mine away.
Well, last
Wow.
week, or
I
2
think-
weeks ago,
I had negative 1 trillion.
yeah.
I think next time I'm on, I got to be on with Devon.
Oh, it's hard to get Devon on.
Is it hard
He's
to get
great.
Devon on? I think I
He's
heard
a white
part
stag.
of part of him.
What did he just say?
He's a white stag.
I thought
I
he just
thought
said
he
he's
said
a
a
white
light
guy.
stag.
Yeah, he's white.
Yeah, he's white. Good dude.
So, our own ratings, Robert, you're our guest here. What are you giving this film?
Out of 10.
John Lasagna scale.
John Lasagna out of 10.
Yeah, I'll go
Yeah.
first. Oh, I actually don't have a score, so please. You go ahead.
I'll John Lasagna at first at a 7.8 out of 10. I'm giving it a 7.8. I really enjoyed the abstract look at what I like. Lucas, you said earlier, the karma aspect of what I think this film brought to past lives and reincarnation. I thought it was very something you could learn from, especially when it comes to foreign films.
So yeah, I give it about an 8 point. What did I say? An 8.5.
7.8.
7.8. 7.8. 8.7. Same thing.
I love it.
I didn't even ask him for a recommendation. You just went for it.
Oh, are we doing recommendations?
No, but like reasoning. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Oh, yeah.
Lucas?
I love this movie. I'm supremely interested at almost all the elements of this movie. I think it's very tender-hearted at spots. I think it's terrifying at spots. I think he's holding a mirror up to reality at spots. I think it's a 9.7. I think it's one of the best movies we've ever seen.
You really like this.
And I think it was really, really, really good. And then the needle drop sort of pop song at the end takes it up to the top. That was
Yeah. I really
fucking
enjoyed the song at the end too. I liked it.
I love it.
Seth?
Masterpiece. 9.7.
Skip me.
Okay.
I'm going to give it an
Oh.
8.0. I don't think I understood it as much as you guys probably did, and I would like to dive deeper into it. I mean, Lucas obviously understands film better than I do. Robert clearly understands film better than I do.
More than 98%.
It hurts my feelings. It's insane. But
I'm here for all of you guys. All of you normal people out there listening to this podcast that
The
don't
working
enjoy
man
film.
out there.
Yeah. All you that work 800 hours overtime in 6 months. I'm there for you.
I'm telling you right now that you can be on a podcast
Yes.
with 40 listeners.
You could be here
Whatever you
with
want.
these famous people.
It's true.
Yeah.
Are you the monkey in the picture?
I'm the monk in the
He's
middle.
chilling with the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8.0 because it can go up or down for me either way. I feel like if I understood it more, I would either love it or hate it more, and I don't know which one because I don't understand it.
You probably hate it.
I might be a
because I
cynic.
feel like if I understood it anymore, I'd hate
You're
it.
like pissed. But yeah, I don't disagree with 9.7. I'm just 8s for me.
I got 8.7.
And I am an 8.1. I really enjoyed this
He's
film.
copying.
It's an introspective look
He's
on what
copying
your
me.
life can do and where it can go. And
Go ahead.
Oh.
I just wanted to know how often you guys all rate it above an 8 for a movie. Is this
Probably when we do masterpieces like The Shining.
Yeah, this isn't
go
normal
awesome.
though?
Pretty
It's
rare.
not
Pretty
like-
rare.
Pretty rare?
It's rare unless it's a movie that's like obviously we're all gonna rate it a 9.
Yeah.
I think my score is in rarefied ground. But it's pretty rare that we're all
9.7,
above
yeah.
an 8. Yeah.
very rare, yeah.
You think your score is in verified ground, you think?
Rarefied ground. I think it's-
rarefied. I thought you said verified.
I
was
think
like,
above
I'm
it-
pretty sure mine's in verified ground.
I think above a
We can do
9.5 for
life.
me is
Mhm.
pretty
No,
telling.
One of us was a 7 something.
you and I were both in the 7s.
Damn, I probably would go up to an 8 for that movie. Not important. I guess your score. Sorry for this.
8.1. I love the introspective look
Copying.
on what your life can be and what it can turn out to be. The karma aspect and kind of maybe the Buddhist the
Buddha.
Buddhist aspect can really kind of turn your mind and make you think.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can get lost a little bit watching a movie about spirituality. That is something that you don't know quite as much in the culture.
And everything's kind of introspective once you get to that point where it's like, what are your own thoughts and feelings on afterlife and reincarnation?
I'm
So,
very
like,
cynical, so I appreciated this look
I
at it.
also am very cynical. So when it came to,
We all are.
I also-
it's like we
Copying.
also all fucking hate life.
And then I think a lot of the physical aspects of filmmaking, like the cinematography, editing, sound
best
design, are
dressing.
also very good. So I'm gonna give it an
I've-
8.1.
Really liked the sound guy on this movie. Really
Check him
enjoyed
out.
the sound guy
Fuck
on this
him.
movie.
Follow his work.
Yeah.
I just think
Good.
there was a
on
couple
Twitter.
times in this movie where like my heart was like, oh my god, it like stopped because of the filmmaking at times. Like the slideshow at Boonmee's Visions of the Future, I'm like, oh my god, I haven't seen this shit in movies. I've never seen
No.
this. And then when
That was brand new.
when fucking Boonsong is walking in there for dinner time with Ghost Mom, I'm like, well, I've never seen this shit either.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
two ghosts appear at the same time and you're like,
A
what
ghost
the
and
fuck is
Bigfoot
going on?
boy.
But it's not a ghost, really. It's just a reincarnation also of like a ghost monkey.
Yeah, I appreciated the swings that made me go, oh my god.
Yeah, the producers went. Yeah, they went through some hoops and ladders to get this I think, afterlife perspective into the movie.
Hell yeah.
Well, a 7.8, an 8.0, an 8.1, a 9.7 is going to give us a 33.6, which is an 8.4 average. Woo!
8.4, shit.
I've got a couple
That
reviews
sounds
for
That's
us.
pretty killer.
Handful of critics, as well as some users.
I got a pocket full
Full
of
of
critics. Yeah.
Critics. My first one is
Don't be
by
a part of this.
Sukhdev Sandhu at the Daily Telegraph. They say, it's barely a film. More, a floating world. To
Okay.
watch it is to feel many things. Balmed, seduced, amused, mystified. There are many elements of this film that remain elusive and secretive, but that's a large part of its appeal. Vera Sethikal, without ever trading in stock images of Oriental inscrutability, successfully conveys the subtle but important otherworldliness of this part of Thailand.
Could you
5 out
repeat,
of 5 stars.
Could you repeat the name of this reviewer?
Yeah. Who is this?
Sukhdev Sandhu.
Did we have an ethnicity
No.
for this reviewer? Because he sounds like he could be from Thailand.
Could be.
I
Probably
would
is.
guess. I would guess.
I like
so.
it. Or
Yeah.
that region, anyways.
All right.
Yeah,
guess where this-
definitely like a very home view. I feel like if he is from Thailand of like what the movie is about and what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I want to become
portraying.
a critic and just say stupid shit like this guy.
I know, right?
Guess where
This
this
is
next
barely
one's
a
from?
movie. It was a camel.
Canada.
Mark Adams.
Oh, Mark Adams.
That's not a Thai guy, right?
Kind of like Mark Anthony.
Who?
Who?
I
Kind of
don't
like
know.
Mark
Singer.
Andrews.
Who?
Who?
Singer.
I thought Mark
Who?
Anthony was.
Mark
a
Anthony is a
singer.
singer. Mark Andrews
Yeah,
is
I
a tight
thought
end
so.
for the Ravens.
I'll show you a tight end.
He's not a wide receiver.
No. Mark Adams at Screen
Adams.
International says a beautifully assembled affair with certain scenes staged with painterly composure and also increasingly moving as the subtle story develops. Plus, Apichatpong is not afraid of adding in moments of surreal humor, often laugh out loud moments for that, which helps the pacing of the film.
What laugh out loud moments did you guys see? Was there anything that was like?
There was
These
that
migrant
part that
workers.
I started thinking
Yeah.
about Transformers 5. That one got me. There was actually a part that I was laughing at really hard. I can't remember what it was though.
Me either.
Yeah.
And then my
There was one
last
part
one,
where she fed the dog and she came back and she's like, "Don't put your dog spit hands on my face." I laughed
Yeah,
at
that's
that.
right. Well, because when we first pulled it up, the movie was listed as a comedy.
Yeah.
A comedy
On
and a
Amazon.
drama, I believe it said it was.
I don't even know if it said drama. I think it just said comedy.
There was
And then 2010.
Yeah, I remember the other part I laughed at when they first meet Boonsong. I was surprised this was nobody's quotes.
yeah,
He's like the monkey guy or whatever, and she's like, "Why'd you grow your hair out like that?" Like, what on earth?
Oh, I
did you do
didn't
that
hear
for?
that.
I
That's
must
so
have missed
funny.
it. Yeah, there were
Yeah.
times where I was like in my phone, like looking stuff up because I was like, "This is wild."
Yeah, I definitely did laugh at Boonsong being like, "No, I just like fucked one of them." That's
Yeah,
how I-
he
that's
was
how I
like,
became
"Yeah, I just
this.
mated with this other
Yeah.
ghost monkey, and we moved up north."
There's no deeper meaning. We have a house, a lodge up in Canada.
yeah. Well, my last one at Intermediate Reviews is by Willis Wong. They say,
Why can't he be Willis White?
Will Wong.
Like right.
Will Wong here says, a slow, meditative, and often baffling journey, visually gorgeous and worth taking.
10 out of 10.
I would say for 2010, in the way that they filmed the movie, I really thought that it was physically and scenery wise kind of breathtaking in the way that they filmed it, because it seemed like a lot of it wasn't like an actual set. It was actual
Yeah,
like nature that they were filming.
that
in.
might have been part of the documentarian.
Yeah.
That was a real
Sections.
sink.
Yeah, it wasn't like
course.
all. It was a real sink out there.
And
they just found that.
Yeah.
lastly, user reviewers. I've got the normal 7.
Oh shit.
First off is by Lee Eisenberg.
Right at the office.
Yeah, I know this.
He's copying me.
October 5th, 2021, they say, Uncle Boonmee, who can recall his past lives, is the first Apichatpong movie that I've seen. I hesitate to call the
Same.
movie bizarre. What it depicts might be something more unique to Thai culture, and I want to avoid insensitivity. I understand that one of the movie's
Couldn't be
major
me.
themes is reincarnation. I could see that in the plot. I should note that the end of the DVD was damaged, so I didn't actually see the whole thing. What I did see came across as philosophical, with plenty shots of rural Thailand. I wouldn't go so far as to call it a bad movie, just hard to follow. It certainly tests your attention span. If you wanted any solid praise, I do enjoy getting focuses on culture that we don't often get to see. 5 out of 10.
No, he gets
5
an
out of
incomplete.
10. Amen.
Yeah,
I
that
don't.
doesn't count.
I don't give
This is
him.
fucked up.
Hey, Lucas, can you hear me?
You tap
Yeah.
that microphone.
You had said
It's pissed.
earlier at the beginning. I tapped it because I wasn't sure.
He's
you
so
could hear me back.
I'm ready.
But you had said earlier, you were like, "Hey, I have some info on the setting of this film." What is that info on the setting? Because I want to know where and all this was filmed.
I think it's Thailand and a current age, but it's
That makes sense.
reflective, like we said, of that like Thailand's communist purge. That's kind of sort of the backdrop of our guy here, and I think that's
Right.
a large part of the movie. I don't know. He treats communists like bugs. I think is a large message of the movie that kind of goes understated, but like that's part of Boonmee's guilt. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he seems like this sweet old guy who's kidney failure, but in actuality, he's a killer, and he's got this sort of guilt of this country behind him. I don't know.
That was a continuing question of mine throughout the whole
Yeah.
movie was when was this set? When was it set and what was
I think
life
it's
like?
Yeah, I think
in-
this is just sort of like a cabin-like thing for him. He's got this sort of big farm ranch that he owns,
Yeah.
but he's a pretty good boss too because he's out there working. He's fucking around with them,
Yeah, he's
He
out there
tries-
getting
he's-
stuff done. He's out there. You saw him.
and he's trying to be a
visiting with
good
all the farm
boss. Yeah, he's
workers,
trying as good as he can. He's trying as much as he can to be a good guy. You know, he's not cracking the whip for them to work. He's like, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The
Thanks,
next
son.
review
Sorry for tapping the microphone.
is by
Very good.
Jan Versejpte.
Skip.
September 13th, 2010. They say, I would not call this a real movie, and therefore really does not deserve its prizes. It is a collection of images, and at the end we are stuck without a real story,
That's straight up what a
without
movie
any
is, though.
message, without humor, without even being able to display the real beauty of Thailand. The movie is utterly slow, and if you would be able to prevent yourself from falling asleep, you might see some humor in this. Although I do not think this will be the main reason for celebrating this movie by the Cannes jury. It belongs in the category of slideshows, in this case of an old aunt who went to Thailand and heard some mixed up stories about angels, monkeys, communism, and ghosts. 1 out of 10.
Is this? Did you
Whoa.
say? I completely agree, 100% with
Dumbass
this
review.
review.
Delete her
You said
name.
where is this from? Where did this review stem from? European Union somewhere.
Rachel Maddow, I think.
Rachel Maddow. It sounds like the author who
It-
wrote Blowout.
It's written
The
by
book kind of
Jan
inspiration.
Versejpte.
Jan Privsivta. So it sounds like probably someone who is from
Right.
Poland or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
somebody.
racist.
I think
Fucking racist.
I think that this was a very insightful movie.
Also,
Um,
starting out your review being like, "This is just a collection of pictures."
Yeah, isn't
that's
every
what
movie?
film is?
Yeah,
idiots.
right.
Like millions of frames.
You're like
Dumbass.
you're the worst like film critic I've ever heard.
So
This sounds like a
Come on the
collection of
podcast,
pictures.
Jan.
Oh, okay.
Probably from
Invitation.
Yeah, right.
It's an invitation to fight us.
I really enjoyed.
In
I
the
don't know.
ring.
Like I really have contrasting views to this review because I really
course.
enjoyed
bad
the
review.
symbolism in this movie that had a lot to say about the afterlife and reincarnation.
You can't argue with dumb people.
Even if that's something that necessarily you don't believe in as a human or as a person, I think it's something to keep your mind
engaging,
open to.
yeah.
Yeah, it's something that can definitely get your mind working. So definitely don't count this movie out if you have certain beliefs as a person, or as a Christian, or as a Buddhist or Islam, whatever
got
you
going
believe
on.
in, whatever you may believe in. I think this is a
Well
good
said.
movie to bring you into humanity. What a human thinks about
I'm
in their
actually
last
getting
days.
chills right now.
I love it.
I'm not even kidding. I am
Yeah.
I'm getting like the goosebumps and like.
My next
Like,
review is by an all caps Dick
I
Steal.
don't want to hear this now after Robert's enlightening review.
January
I want to hear all about the
17th,
Dick Steal.
2011.
Dick Steele.
They
That's
say-
a cool name. That's a cool superhero.
Oh, dude, that's what I'm making my next Xbox gamer
You're
tag.
like a
Dick
secret agent,
Steele.
dude.
Big
You're like
Steele.
James. His name's
Richard
Steele.
Steele.
Dick Steele.
Richard Steele.
They say this film was
Yes.
like a diamond
And they say,
with many different cuts made to make it shine, each representing a facet from which you can choose to look at or interpret from, like a prism which dissipates light
Prism.
shown on it. Your take on this film will likely be entirely different from mine, and what more, you'll probably have different takes on each of the different aspects of the film, since the scenes that make it up are as disparate as can be. It makes the film going experience a little more interesting since it's open and never crystal clear given the takeaways for one based on one's journey in life thus far. Like most art films, this one moves at a leisurely pace and is filled with plenty of art house sensibilities and techniques. And while I won't say will reward the patient viewer, it will challenge you to think through about what you've just seen. And I felt it was easier to make sense of individual scenes than as a whole when trying to fit the jigsaw in a coherent fashion. To paraphrase Bruce Lee, this film is like water, having no form of its own, yet taking up form based on the viewer's individual experience and interpretation. I guess that's what makes Uncle Boonmee unique. Coming from a filmmaker who's bold to conceptualize this piece of art that works itself through a different strokes for different folks. 7 out of 10.
Good take, Steel Dick.
It's
Dick
the
Steele.
ambiguity
Dick
of the
Steele.
movie
With
is
the
part of its
frickin-
beauty. Yeah.
I agree. I think
It's
that
kind of a
it's very
genius.
interpretive when it comes to I mean, case in point, the interpretation of the film. It takes into account a lot of
It-
like viewership.
and
Variability.
Yeah.
and isn't that
variability.
like an incredibly hard task to pull off as an artist, to make something deeply
Oh.
personal, like he says, as like
for
a personal
for
diary?
so many different people? Yes.
Yeah, and then also have that in that same stroke be deeply interpretive too. That's like, I made it for myself, but also everyone has their own take on it. That's insane.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's like the magic trick.
Next one, Returner, Leah Weintracher.
writer of The Office.
This guy sucks.
March 2nd, 2015. They say,
Is this guy the dumbass?
no, that's Cosmas. And Bevo.
And Bevo's so stupid.
Beavis.
I didn't even know, dude. I sing the song with Bevo. I never listen to reviews.
It's 2 sentences long, and it's stupid.
And he's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. Heard.
They say, I've been watching a fair few art house movies recently, and I found that they tend to fall into a love-hate camp. There's little middle ground in this genre. This is a meditative Thai exploration of Buddhism that wastes its early promise by falling into a pit of endless boredom. The story begins promisingly enough, a tale of magic realism with some decidedly odd and unique offerings. The introduction of a primate from the jungle and an apparition at a dinner table set this up to be something really special. Unfortunately, after this point, it feels like the writer just gives up. And very little happens from this point in. Viewers are treated to an interminable scene of characters wandering through a cave and a head-scratching climax, which the writer doesn't bother attempting to explain. It's all very frustrating, with much head-scratching and dull interludes, long segments that tell obvious stories, and a cast who give anything but impressive performances. The characters remain cold throughout, as indeed my heart remained cold to this film's intentions. 3 out of 10.
I think slightly more insightful than another bad review, but I don't agree.
I agree
coldness
with
of the
what you're
characters.
saying, Lucas. It is a little more insightful when it comes to explaining the film, but I do think that they fall a little short when it comes to extrapolation of
Yeah, what this all
the
meant.
of
We want their hand held.
When people go into a movie and they think, okay, this film is about Buddhism, or like reincarnation, they're going to go in with a single idea in mind, like say, hey, think like this movie is going to explain how this process works, or this process has gone through, and somebody who has experienced past lives, when in all reality, this is something that I haven't seen done in a film before. Like it definitely is something new. Yes, a new area of film expertise. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I get you.
My favorite part of the review is there are long segments that tell obvious stories. I'm like, you thought the fish cunnilingus was obvious?
Right. Yeah, no
You were
shit.
expecting that? Next is by Howard Schumann, October 16, 2010. They say, the most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. A quote by Albert Einstein.
Wow.
Uncle Boonmee is a personal and heartfelt film. It is a haunting and hypnotic experience, but it can be very challenging because of the slowness of its pace and the fact that it engages the senses more than the emotions. The type of spirituality the film depicts may be vastly different from Western ideas, yet the film's notion that nothing is separate from anything else and that every living thing is part of the divine, whether it is an insect, an animal, or a human being, speaks to me of a world where nature has purpose and intelligence. Similarly, in the enduring relationship between Boonmee and Hui, and the picture of a dying man comforted by family and friends, the film offers an experience of the permanence of love. 9 out of 10. People spitting
That
bars.
review takes me to like, I don't know. Yeah, the meaning of life almost,
Kindergarten.
where it's like,
Takes me to kindergarten.
I don't know. Do you believe that
In life.
in a
In
perfect
magic.
world that we would have came about? Like you think
I
about
think that's the only time you would come around, though.
exactly in a perfect world, and
Yeah.
everybody is like, oh, well, it would take a 1 in a million chance. Well, it is a 1 in a million chance,
Yeah, we are,
to become who
motherfucker.
we are.
Trillion.
Yeah,
Perfection is
exactly.
based
Even
on
more than that.
imperfections.
And then two
Meta world looks.
short ones. Penultimate is by Ivy Falcon, July 9th, 2018. They say, I wonder how this movie could win the Palme d'Or at Cannes. The film was virtually pointless and slow, bad acting by ugly, unprofessional actors, and absolutely boring. Avoid. 1 out of 10.
You can't
Let
call
me-
Chinese people ugly.
I would say I don't know the viewership of you guys' podcast, but
Robert's
if
like,
I
let me
were to
point on the
say,
attractiveness of the actors.
but if I were to say, somebody said 40 listeners earlier.
Yeah.
40 is about average, You 40 listeners, if you were to take this movie into consideration, I would watch it over Transformers, the first one,
Ooh.
Wow.
multiple times.
High praise for a slow movie like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it has meaning beyond what people are surface thinking about,
For
and if
sure.
they really give it a chance, then it can surprise you. I think it's a good movie.
Transformative.
Yeah, transformative.
Transformative. And my last one today is by Andrew Christian Jr. On May 30th, 2021. They say, got something to do with a pack of Sasquatch with red glowing eyes, a catfish that talks, a princess and a monk that wants to get out into the real world. Now that's an experience. 7 out of 10.
2021, what's that? 8 years
Something.
after? 9 years after?
11.
11 years after there.
So, with that, are we recommending this film? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would give I would recommend 7 out of 10. Recommend for
I'm
sure.
not recommending.
Nice.
I think our viewers are dumb and stupid, and
Damn.
they wouldn't get it.
I don't even know our viewers. They're not
But
my
he
viewers,
agrees.
but
They
I'll
are your
be
viewers.
back next time.
Yeah.
And I'm
Uh,
giving it a 7 out of 10. Solid 7 out of 10. I thought it was
Lucas?
good.
I thought it was one of the best movies we've had on here, so yeah, I'll recommend
Of
it.
all time.
All right. That is going to end it, which means thank you, Robert, for joining us.
Of course, my pleasure. I'll be back anytime. You
Next
guys just let me
week,
know.
Oh, I don't know about next
Yeah.
week.
I love it.
Next week we are kicking off holiday season with the holiday
shit.
hose.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Maybe I will be there.
We're doing
Dude, Christmas.
a Christmas classic, Jack Frost.
Oh,
I'm stoked for that, actually.
Jack Frost, like
one
the
where the
snowman,
guy
where he turns into a
dies,
snowman. Oh,
and he
that's a good
reincarnates
movie. Yes, reincarnation.
as a
Oh,
snowman
thematic continuation.
because of his karma. Yeah.
And then
That's a good one.
We
You guys are gonna
will-
like that one.
I'll give you guys all the holiday films. We're doing that. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, Jingle All the Way,
I haven't heard of that one.
and then our masterpiece of A Christmas Story.
Me.
We're gonna do Seth.
A Christmas
Amen.
Story is the movie.
We're gonna
Yes.
Masterpiece of A Christmas Story. I thought you were going to
and
say
we're
something
gonna
after
do
that.
Seth after that.
And don't do me.
We're gonna do him. So that's gonna end it
Listeners at
this
home,
week.
don't do it.
Send Lucas some recipes.
He needs
Somebody buy
ingredients.
Robert's fucking truck.
Hey, I don't.
Did you
I
sell
don't.
the car? You have anything you're selling you want to plug right now?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't listen to the full podcast last time, so
I didn't listen to any of it. To be honest
whatever I was selling last time, you can hit my line. You still got the number.
with you. You're selling a
and
car.
do.
I was selling a car.
Do
The
you
truck.
have it still? Was it?
I can sell a car. Yeah, I can sell. I have a car and a
You don't
truck. I
have
can
to
sell
sell a
both.
car.
I can sell either one.
Give
Of them.
him your number.
I could sell
again.
some furniture, whatever you want. I could come mow your lawn for some money.
There we
They
go.
can.
You got to plug
So-
your number.
That's gonna end it.
I'm not
Send-
gonna plug my
buy
number
his truck,
again.
send some recipes, and everybody go do Seth.
Go
Oh.
do Seth.
Nobody
Go
do that.
do
Seth.
Don't do that.
Go do Seth.
Goodbye.
Rock on. Till next time.
Oh shit! I gotta edit.
Hit
I
stop.
forgot.
I forgot to too. I was just sitting there.
Just chilling. We're both waiting for Brandon to hit the button.
We did it.
That was good. I felt comfortable.
That was. Oh, you're the best, Robert. You're the,
No, for real. I'm not
I
being.
feel like I didn't get as loose this time.
Oh,
as
but
last time.
It was the same amount of
You're-
insight, though.
you made
And I'm
it
not
more
patronizing
articulate,
and,
yeah.
Like, trying to. Yeah, I'm not trying to like hype your ego up or anything. For real, you are better at dissecting this shit than I am.
Then almost
I
Yeah.
I think. Well, I think you're very articulate about it too.
Well, I listened to a podcast not long ago from
Uncle.
National Public Radio, which was how to enjoy films
Oh.
more.
So you have the
like more of a
secrets.
critique, like film watching experience. So I listened to that
Why?
between last year's podcast when I came on with you
Oh,
guys.
you don't even need that.
And I was like, maybe I could watch more critically instead of just being emotional, like an emotional watcher.
Yeah.
Which is how I do it for sure.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, I wholly enjoyed this. Thanks for coming on, Robert.
Of
Yeah.
course, dude. Like I said, I was just telling
You're
these guys,
Lucas's
I got
favorite guest.
laid off
Of course.
last year or last month
Yeah.
from my job,
So
and
you-
so I'm off until like February.
And even then, even in February, it's just the month of February.
Yeah, so
and then
February
you're back.
I'll go back on for like a month.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
I'll
we
be
sh-
off for like a couple months. So anytime
We should have you
guys-
back on live.
Yeah,
fucking
anytime
now.
you guys want to watch a movie, I'm down to freaking.
You could replace me for what it's worth.
I don't know
No.
about that.
I can take my little break.
I want to get on here with all of us. I want to get Devon on.
Yeah,
here with all of
that'd
You
us.
be
getting out of here,
great.
Lucas.
Yeah, I gotta see you guys. Peace out.
Have a good night,
All right,
man.
Lucas,
All right,
it was good to see you.
later.
Thanks, Robert.
Yeah, thanks for
Appreciate-
having me, dude.
Brandon, did you say later?